Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or your regional equivalent. Let me put my volume somewhere sane. Welcome again to the Forever Cold War, specifically with Deep Stick A102, a Rebel Battalion infiltration squad deep in LSN lines trying to find the LSN Secondary Command Center. Last time they went to retreat point R021 to try and find out what happened to Deep Stick A73? What is it? A73?
71.
A71, thank you, my word. This is
The equivalent took awfully long for you to get out that time. Like, unusually so. I just thought I'd comment on that.
What do you mean the equivalent?
Or your regional.
Oh, yes, no, okay.
equivalent.
Yes.
Took like a 2-second break.
I had like a small mental collapse and I don't know what happened. So,
Fair enough.
hi guys, Oddie's here, Super Busy's here,
Hello.
Abstruse is here, Alex is here. We're all together, Jonas of course, Oddie. Did I already say Oddie? Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter.
You said Oddie first.
Didn't even say my name.
I said
Oddie
Abstruse. I said
You
Abstruse.
did?
Don't give me
I didn't hear
rubbish.
abstruse.
Oh, it's okay.
You did.
Okay. Anyway,
Laps, you're losing it.
I am. It's really...
Actually, no, you never had it to begin with. Never mind.
Fair enough. An accurate assessment of the situation. Okay.
Labs
so...
take you on a tour of the wild South African highways, right?
Oh, I miss... Yes, the
We must go
Tokyo...
fast!
We must go fast. One day we're gonna have a swing game with just South African highway. Basically, imagine what's it called? Mad Max, but in South Africa, and you have to go fast or you die. It's great. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, damn it.
Anyway,
We need patch for that.
we do need patchouli. You're right. Oh, I miss patchouli. Oh, what old days.
Good old days.
That's the bonus level.
Bonus level? What? Oh yes, that's the bonus level. You're right. Okay, guys. So last time you left off, you went to R021. You found the old ship. You bumped into what's her name.
Yeah, I do realize that we never actually got her name.
Yeah.
which is-
You never got her name.
I don't think we gave our name though either.
No, you didn't. And so
So-
effectively even ground.
Did you keep her name
it's like-
confidential or something?
No, she just never said it.
Yeah,
never
we
said
never
it.
asked either.
I mean-
so it was like,
I mean, she
Who
let
needs names.
who needs names? She let you to the ship for some reason. It's still very bizarre the way she let you in, but we'll maybe discover her motivations at
Yeah,
some
when
other
we
point.
contact her, what are we going to say? Hey, mate.
Hey, mate. Hey, free roam. Yeah, you've crossed that road when it comes to it. Anyway, so
yeah.
last time you guys realized that A95 got its butt captured, probably because of like a mole or an infiltrator. Maybe it was Ajax Plowson. You don't know. Either way, the squad
Well,
leader... Yeah?
His datapad doesn't lead towards Clausen in my eyes.
No other ideas? Was that just... that's all you wanted to say?
Because
Yeah? Yeah, go on.
the guy said, because A95 leader datapad says the guy pretended to be a weapons broker.
Correct.
I doubt it's the same. It could be, to be fair, but I doubt it.
No, a good observation. Okay. Okay, right. So, I'm trying to collect my thoughts. I'm so sorry. So, we wanted to rescue A95. I gave you guys, your options. And I have to get your options at the end of every session so I can actually build the map so that we can play it the next week. So you guys wanted to go rescue A95. So there's also some other stuff we can look at first, like all the data you've been decoding and blah-de-blah. So let's go pull it up.
Yeah, I did notice some of the things.
Yeah, you'll notice some things. So first of all, if we have a look at the good old...
Such as storage 001 and not found.
Yes, we'll have a look at that in a second. So data repository. First of all, Jonas entered in that thing that said Halon for that. Remember in Tim Haitian's datapad, in that message, he had the subject as this weird thing. You entered it in, and it spat out a data file. Luckily, No abstraction though. Very odd. Abstractions are they're like shorthand for what a message means. It's used throughout the galaxy. It's like 0602 is like danger question, basically. Is like that's what an abstraction is. You also entered an S47, which was the other thing that he told you to go look at, which had something to do with his squad, which returned Starship Colarvia Centuda Corta. Hell of a mouthful of a
060
name. Yeah.
062, so another hunting ship by the looks of things, considering both the other ships are also 0602s,
Yep.
Forrestal included.
Absolutely correct.
Just some suspicions.
They're good suspicions. Also, yeah, so that's the data repository. We'll look at those files in a moment. Then there's also the analysis.
I need to hit the bathroom. Carry on.
Okay. There's also analysis processing. Just tell me. Okay, well, Jonas, if you can hear this, tell me when you're back. But I'll just go through this quickly, and then we'll come back to it. Actually, let's go through the stuff that Jonas has already seen then, because that'll be useful. So remember, not A71 datapad. Oh yes, this. Remember Alex, the datapad you found. So the datapad belonged to Tim Haitian, which you then hit, which had the option of trying to recover the data, of trying to revert the deletion of all of its stuff. But the problem is, as you can read, so current date is current date. Connection, no connection available. Storage space used, 88.23 gigabytes of 1024 gigabytes. Error, data reversion incomplete. Count error info, 1.876.343 million, otherwise, it's 1,876,343. Null point exceptions. A reference pointer is undefined. Storage 001 not found. Verify connections. Recovered data. So it would seem that Tim Haitian was storing a lot of information on a separate storage device which was connected to this datapad. So recovery failed, but it might succeed if you do manage to find that storage. You never know. Also, it did manage to recover some stuff, which was a little data summary. But 87 gigs of nav function calibrations, whatever those are, it's basically a jumble of VMP navigation logs and other things, which you'll probably need to comb through, but might not be very useful. And then there's a little chunk of codes which don't have much meaning to you at this present time. It's like a bunch of numbers and hash strings and other things. But that's basically that. There's also the archive of the previous messages below it if you wanted to go have a look. And then of course there's Halon. So that's very interesting. Okay. What else do I have to show that Jonas has probably seen? The hidden star map datapad is busy decrypting. You've got an incomplete zone map route structure, and you've got an incomplete starship structure map. So this thing is stupidly well encrypted, and it's taken you about a week, and you've only gotten 18% of the way, and you've only gotten mere schmutchens of data everywhere. So that's going to be a little while before it's of much use. Other than that, there is let's go.
With the old papers.
Oh yes, old papers.
What's an Azulan laser cannon?
So, old R021 papers, old brown and
I want
water.
to miniaturize this.
Yes, old brown and water damaged pages. A large amount of them hold little to no significance, but range from planetary newspapers to old personal letters and stolen LSN cargo manifests that are well outdated by now. So evidently some other rebel teams have had their way with some LSN cargo manifests. However, one of the newer pages hold a rough sketch for what can only be described as an arm-mounted Azulon laser cannon, like the ones used by LSN Lasunauts. You'll need a few materials, but you might be able to build a prototype with this. Azulon pulse cannon prototype added to fabrication data. So, it's basically a laser cannon, which is basically, funnily enough, what Alex has been interested in building.
Yes.
By laser cannon, do you mean a pulse laser or a continuous laser?
This can be both. This can be both, but it's a pulse just by the actual blueprint, or the tech plan, as you might call it.
Also,
difficult.
is this a mech arm laser or just our arm?
It's a handheld gun. It's like a rifle.
Aye.
Yeah, it's not like you could adapt it to put onto a mech. That's definitely doable.
Yes.
You could just
you
make it
said
bigger.
Alex would get a laser cannon on his
Yeah.
first mech.
Yeah,
Guess we
Alex.
sort of did.
Yeah, this thing was here before I knew Alex wanted a laser gun, so that was really funny. But so
Actually,
anyway,
during the beginning, you said, "Okay, when we start, you're going to get a laser cannon," or maybe you were joking.
I think I was
I
joking.
know you said it in one of the simulations.
Yeah, I said it in one of the simulations. I was like, "Oh, you guys are just gonna what?" I can't remember. Anyway, but no, there was planned to have a laser cannon, and there's other equipment, you know, in other places. So okay, yeah, so that's now in fabrication data. Fabrication data, if I show you, is now a new little page, which is separate to all the other stuff. It first of all, it references resources, so go look at resources. Material costs are weight-based and can be met with any appropriate material. However, reliability is not guaranteed. Research materials first before use. So, you can make stuff out of pretty much anything within reason, okay, within reason, but the strength or what it's resistant against or, other stuff will depend on what you use to build it. It's not always important, but for stuff like armor, it will be important. For stuff like exosuits, it will be important. So that's just something to keep in mind. Guns, not so really. Doesn't all too much matter. Then it goes into about schematics, which are basically tech plans, but I just call them schematics here, which is inaccurate. Anyway, whatever.
I see, I have my hammer.
Yes, the hammer's all the way at the bottom. I haven't finished it, but yes, there's a hammer. Then I go into about what components are. So there's tiny, small, medium, large, and huge scales. This is just, it's a multiplier on what something costs, but it's obviously also how big the thing is. So tiny devices are like stuff that could be used in a rifle. Small devices are stuff that could be used on like a droid or like a whatever, like a small tiny vehicle or something. Medium is stuff that would be in like a proper vehicle or like a larger droid or like even a mech. A large would be used in huge vehicles like massive tanks and combat mechs, and huge stuff is like used on starships, like your turrets or your reactor, for example. So that's kind of the difference. There's also
About my
gigantic.
hammer, have you figured out what stats would be optimal?
Combat
These would be.
primitive should be best.
I mean, like, what am I going to get that's actually decent?
He's still working on it.
We'll work it out afterwards. Analysis of the mech design.
Yes, I still have one unused stat that I'm saving up for athletics.
Well, don't put it into athletics. Rather put it into combat primitive, because that's directly to your hammer, and then that can just be your hammer.
Yes, but if I put it in athletics, well, I can lift heavier hammers, and I might be able to get rid of some movement penalties.
It's fine. I'll let combat primitive count as that for you, because otherwise it's just kind of sitting there in athletics, and it's weird, and you're not really using it. Put it in combat primitive. It's fine. I'll let it count. That'll be more use to you than you actually get better hammer chances to hit. Remember, which is the thing you're very much annoyed about.
Yes, I've only hit once with my hammer.
Don't
so
ever
far?
hit once with your hammer. Anyway, so there's also gigantic whatever. There's also
I have like four plus attack bonuses since I last tried, though, due to figuring out that I was supposed to have higher attack.
Anyway, so vectored. So you also have some other components in your fabrication data, like the vectored field manipulator, which is a VFM, which you can use to do. It's tiny and small. This is the stuff you could use to make little reactors or other stuff. You can screw around with vector field manipulation. That's a really old tech in this galaxy, so pretty much everyone knows how to. Not everyone, but everyone has access to like tiny and small tech plans for building them. They're not hard to get. Then of course you have basic tech plans for a Q reactor, Q1, which is like the tiny, and the small is basically just a Q1 Omega. You also have the resource costs for both of them. These resource costs are multiplied by the scale because they are components. Components get multiplied by the scale. And then you also have your prototypes all the way at the bottom, like the Azulon pulsed laser gun cannon and the medium armored combat exosuit, which will be very, very fun. when you actually make it. The costs might need to be rejiggered, but I'll deal with that on my own time. Okay, Jonas, are you back yet? Okay, he's not back yet.
I'm
What's
back.
he doing again?
Hello, so busy? Jonas went to go to the bathroom, I think. So I'm just gonna have to wait for him to get back. And then, oh, of course, and then there's, of course, Madot's hammer, which is up to you. Sorry.
Yes, but what would that hammer be like if I used those materials?
Okay. Did you want it to hit harder or more reliably? I can't remember. You wanted it
I wanted something that was optimal. I want something that hits hard and very reliable.
Well, that's pretty much what you already have. It's just up to your own skill at this point. Like, you can make it lighter, which would be easier to hit, but would do less damage, or you can make it heavier, which would be harder to hit, but do even more damage. And like,
I mean, if
I'm back.
hey,
if
Jonas.
that's the hammer that
So,
can
yeah,
be used with those stats at my skill level, then
Yeah, we'll work
if
it
I
out
have a higher
later.
skill
We'll work it
level,
out.
shouldn't it be more? Shouldn't I be able to carry heavier hammer?
Don't worry, we'll work it out later. But like I said, for now, put it all into combat primitive. It doesn't matter. Jonas, yes.
What did I miss?
I still
Basically,
want one in athletics anyway.
yeah,
so-
leave something as athletics. That's fine. So, Jonas, I just showed them the hidden star map data pad, the A95 leader data pad, which because you saw the storage 001 not found.
Yeah.
The nav function calibrations and the codes. The codes are like, it's basically a giant, not a giant, it's a small list of number strings and things which you think you can probably use somewhere, but you have no clue. You have no clue what they're for. They're just, you have codes and you know that they're related to A95 somehow. And you have a bunch of nav functions, but they're nav function calibrations. So you can kind of tell maybe that they've been to certain places, but you're going to have to look at it more before it makes really good sense. Other than that, the hidden star map datapad is busy decoding. You have an incomplete zone map, route structure, incomplete starship structure map. So you have like, you're kind of getting together an idea that this thing is talking about places and positions. Why am I gesturing with my hands? You can't see it. Okay, so all that stuff basically. Sorry, viewers, I'm on the other screen looking at the stuff I've shown. I'll now show you. Oh, also, Jonas, fabrication data.
I've already looked at it.
Excellent. Okay, so you know what's going on there.
I looked at that before game even started. That's why I was talking about exosuit.
Wonderful. Okay. Let's go to analysis
Because I knew
processing.
we had the...
No, I know. I'm just making doubly certain sure because I'm just.
Marvelous.
Okay. Analysis processing. All right. So this is where I'm going to stick anything that you guys choose to analyze or check up on, or just anything generally that you have to search about and do stuff. So we can go all the way to the bottom, and so this is the first thing you wanted to look at, which was the escape pod, the escape bay blood sample from the A71 ship. So you have a DNA ID, which you could probably use, and you have a blood type, B+. Unfortunately, the A71 crew list doesn't contain DNA IDs, but it does have blood types. But we'll worry about that after this because I haven't had time to write it out fully. But basically, you have a hint of who probably survived, and it's one of the good guys. It wasn't Ajax Plowson.
Well, if the stand hit them, he most likely lived too.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is that blood probably wasn't his. But then again, you don't have his blood sample, so what am I saying? I can't actually say that. I'm stupid. Anyway, what I'm saying is that remember, because you searched for Ajax Plowson and the data bank didn't return anything, so he wasn't even on the system. So you actually don't get his blood sample, his blood type anyway. So I actually can't say that. Anyway, whatever. Then if we scroll up, we see A71 salvage data decryption. So from their ship, the stuff that you managed to get, you found a partial drone tech plan, which is only partial, so you can't really use it yet. I'll make a note of that somewhere. You got a R key, which you don't know what it links to, but it's probably for some sort of hidden cache of A71s, probably somewhere. Further information was corrupted. You couldn't really get much out of it. Then the R021 Ancient Starship White and Orange paint sample, as Alex has been so waiting for. Basically, it's composed of basically white and orange paint and carbon and hydrogen and oxygen and other things. There's trace complex molecules like a bit of blood and uranic coolant. It's quite old, very little amounts of it. Approximate age is based on the dating method that you use. By the way, the closer these times are together, the more accurate the estimation. The wider they are apart, the worse the estimation, of course.
So basically, we just take the average.
Correct.
Among those three.
Correct.
So that's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that will work in a sense. But yeah. So it's about 140 years ago, approximately, that this paint was made. Origin, it's military-grade production methods, potentially Rebel Battalion made, but there's no way of knowing anything else. It's just paint. But you can tell that just based on its composition, it was probably made by Rebel Battalion, because they like to do it like that. Then there's the R021 star map data. We already talked about that. There's a partial zone map. There's A95 leader data pad. The pad is failed, missing external storage device. If you find it, you'll probably find the rest of the data, but who knows where that is. Tim Haitian might even have it on him. Then we have the R021 graffiti. Donnell remembers. So you remember you went into the bridge of this ship. By the way, the bridge hard drives are next on the decoding list. They're next. Sorry, Jonas. What do you want to say? Okay.
Nothing.
Cool. What is this? 143.70.3 years average. Thank you, Super Busy. Yeah, so so Donnell remembers. Local zone overseer Donnell Cota, Oregon, resigned due to suspected connections to local weapons trade 5 months ago. Interesting. So that graffiti had shown up in the last 5 months, assumedly. Odd. Might need to look into Donnell Cota, Oregon at some time. Or Regan, whatever, up to you. Okay, other than that, that's pretty much... Oh, flipping Jack Cresco Bragla. Okay, so, you entered in the thing for Halon, which ends up showing this. Halon op data file. Data file. Halon, hashed angular Langanese operation node. Halons are to be deployed by A0s. Vectored radio communications are to be on standard frequencies. Encryption will cycle through standards every day, restarting from 0 after final standard. If a halon is compromised, it will cease encrypting cycling. Refer to halons by their names, not their connection ID. Connection ID can be derived from names via normal methods. And that's pretty much all this file says. Interesting.
Okay, so... Is this one of the... is this a connection ID for a Halon then?
This would be something, yeah.
I half expect as much, considering the tags. And it would make a decent chunk of sense if it was trying to get it uploaded.
Yeah, that's...
So, Oddie, you know how to decode... By the way, Oddie, just so you know this, when it comes to halons and getting their ID, the connection ID from the name, you know how to do that, by the way. Just saying, in case you want to try on anything.
Okay, sure, we'll try look at it at some point.
Oddie, you sound so tired.
No?
No? Good, okay. Alright, guys. So that was a large list of split ends. There's a large list of side missions now and random information, which will hopefully come together at some point. But you do remember that from looking at Tim Haitian's, well, anyway, I'll leave that off. Anyway, so you guys wanted to go after A95, so you figure. Okay, might as well be time to see if you can contact Outpoint and see if he knows anything. So John is over in the good old bridge with Viren. You load up Outpoint's Vade ID and you type some sort of little message. Basically, what do you want to do? So you want to ask Outpoint if he knows anything about captured rebels and if they're going anywhere or something.
Yeah. If there's any specific position they go, or anything of the sort.
Okay, cool. And so you send this message out, and you wait. And you wait for about an hour. You waiting on this VADE signal. And after about an hour, maybe a little more, you get back a ping, a VADE ping. And it's pretty simple, actually. If I go grab poor old Outpoint, wherever he is. Come here, Outpoint. Come here. So, if I grab this, and I show this, then bang. Okay. You receive a message from Outpoint. Soldiers captured. Known one is A. Others are not. Protectorate personnel transport leaving at 0001, going to at 4701. Planetary prison. Will stop at 2100 for 5 hours on 0807 to collect from other ship carrying more prisoners. Crew 12 plus guards. Prisoners 5 plus. Cannot help further. Frequency change next over. So basically, So he's given you a position. You know where this is roughly going to be. You know what you're looking for. And he told you to just cycle the frequency. And you did that, so it's fine. Okay. So you guys know where this is. You get everything together. And you end up and you head out all the way over. If I go back to the zone map.
Yeah, because we want to hit this in transit. We do not want to hit that prison.
No, you do not. So you head over to what is effectively at 2100, which is this little solar system here, which is also the location of S45. So you also entered S45 into the database, and you got the name of basically a protectorate ship. Koloravia, let's call it that. If I show to players, so here we go. So basically, it's another kind class Dalvon ship, much like what's it called, the other one. So
the Holgraven.
The Holgraven, thank you. Yes. So is one of many LSM Protectorate Defense Force tasked with protecting worlds. This ship has been outfitted as a personnel carrier. Interesting. So this might be the prison ship, and so you kind of know what you're looking for. 3 Galzan cannons. That should be 4, but it doesn't matter. And that's not a 360. It should be. Okay, this specific ship has a reduced weapons array, weapon arc of fire. So anyway, so you head off to S45's location, which is at 2100. You enter the solar system, and during the time between R021 and S45, you've put all the fabricators back together. The rear guns are now connected up. All your weapons are ready in case you need to do some shooting.
Yeah, that feels decently likely, all things considered.
Perhaps. And you enter the solar system. And you immediately go as dark as you can. And you start searching for this LSN ship. And you wait about a day until it's about the time when it's about to pitch up. And you wait, and you're listening, you're pinging the area, you're carefully avoiding some poor old civilian ships which is just going about their day. And you see this, well, you don't see it, but you detect it. This LSN ship stop out of VM, exit. Not really exiting, not really jumping out, it's just kind of, it was going in VMP and then it stopped. And it stopped kind of in the middle of the solar system. And so you slowly go towards it. Yeah, arrive. Thank you. It bloody well arrives. That's much better. I can't think on my feet that well when it comes to arrive, apparently. The one word.
Like it, yeah.
Yeah. And you guys approach it. And you have a few options. So let me take you over to the ship. S45. So ignore the little escape pod with you guys in it over there. That's one of your options. You guys can decide what you want to do. But you can either approach it. So you have your escape pod and you have a little tiny drive in it that you can actually move around and dock with things quite quietly without necessarily putting your main ship in danger. You can also just shoot the thing and put holes in it but that could kill the guy you're after. You could forcefully dock your ship to it, which would stop it from jumping away, but would alert them immediately. I mean, shooting them would also alert them immediately. Docking with them, maybe less so if you're like, hey guys, we're doing a prisoner transfer. That's up to you, though, to if you want to talk to them, talk your way into them, or whatever you want to do. But there are options.
If we want to just, utterly try to bullshit our way in.
Absolutely. So, guys, you can all talk.
I'm not good at lying. Go ahead and tell
I'm
you.
not sure that will work.
Sorry, super busy?
I'm saying, given our charisma and other such skills, I don't think trying to deceive them will work very well.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I'm actually decent in persuasion.
Jonas is pretty good in persuasion.
Yeah, I think
only
you're
like
the only
one of
one
us
who
is good in persuasion.
Super busy? Sorry?
I think he's the only one who is good in persuasion.
No, fair enough. Well, it might
I'm
be enough.
zero.
Still stealth their way in.
Oddy.
At least 3 of us have stealth, right?
Yeah, at least 3 of you have stealth. I mean, if you manage to bull dust them enough, you might be able to get close without being shot at, and that's always a benefit. But depends what you want to do. Up to you. Go for it, guys. Have a chat. Tell me what you think.
The thing is, statement of what was it? 12 crew plus guards. So it depends on how many guards. And to be fair, 12 crew with Galcion rifles is still a pretty scary threat.
That's if they're because
That's a
I'm after
pretty
they
major threat.
might only be like the armed crew.
Fair, but as far as I've understood, Galcion rifles are fairly standard, all things considered.
But this is also a prison ship. They might have some reduced weaponry here.
Yeah, fair.
They might
That is
also
fair.
have increased weaponry, though.
Yeah.
It all depends what the transport or who they're transporting.
Yeah, it's all a question of.
You have there. In terms of the ship, there are 4 potential entry points. There's an entry point to the north, south, east, and west that you can try and blow a hole in the cargo bay door. It does have a cargo bay door. The other 3 entrances are airlocks, which you could probably get into quieter. The middle of the ship is most likely to be where the bridge is and most likely to be the most protected. So plan your route accordingly.
I'd say you'd come in either at the north or south, and then see if we can have some kind of tool to get through the door, but without it alerting people to our presence.
Yeah, we've got decent hacker in the party, so maybe get Audie to see what he can do.
Yeah, he could definitely hack open an airlock. He could manage it.
I would think so.
Yeah. So initial plan: boarding pod or escape pod boarding through. Let's go north and get Audie to hack it open as quietly as possible to not alert them.
Set up
that they're
no
getting-
alarms. Got it.
Oh.
What's plan
They
B for when this
deliberately set off
inevitably
the
goes wrong?
alarms.
I didn't hear either of you because both of you spoke at the same time.
Super busy?
Super busy go.
What's plan B for when this all inevitably goes wrong?
We shoot everyone.
Okay, that's fine.
More or less.
Viren will still be in the ship, so if you need to try and shoot the ship, you can, in theory, and make holes in it. I don't know if you want to call down air support. It might be a terrible decision, up to you. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking.
Do we happen to have bombs with us?
You don't have any bombs on you.
Damn it! We could plant some
Sorry.
bombs through the ship while we're going through.
You can get some grenades next time.
I mean, to be fair, if we get deep enough, it should be as simple as just overload the reactor.
Just shoot me with my hammer. Fair enough, bomb.
Like, cut the coolant on the reactor. That shit's gonna fucking go
Yeah,
nuclear.
overloading a reactor is not a difficult task.
Yeah, exactly. So
And you
that's
know what
gonna
you're
be
doing.
that should be more than good enough for that. Yeah, I mean, just got the coolant,
Yeah.
especially for Q4. Like any any reactor in this universe, it's like, okay, cut the coolant, problem fucking solved. That thing's gonna go boom.
It just instantly melts.
But won't the
Fair enough.
turrets or something see us with their cameras?
It depends if they're actively looking for things.
Yeah.
It's a
And
prison
if they're in
ship,
this,
they're probably going to be looking for threats.
fair,
In
but if
LS
they're,
in the good area.
I was gonna say they're in a civilian system, so they're not gonna be auto targeting. That's for damn sure.
Hmm.
Is the
And we
ship
don't
still?
know
Is
if-
the ship slightly moving?
The ship is it's basically in an orbital trajectory around the solar system. It's not
Yeah,
actively
I mean,
moving, it's just sitting there, basically.
They did say they were gonna hold for what, a couple of hours.
Couple hours, yeah.
No, it's more the fact that we
Yeah.
don't technically have to move if it's moving towards us. We don't have to move as much, meaning we don't have to look much as a threat.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll stop at 2100 for 5 hours, and to collect from other ship carrying more prisoners. We could attempt to act as that other ship, but that's risky. And I'd rather not risk our baby for this.
My question is: there any debris close by we can land with, and just have it happen
There-
to go just past it?
There are a few asteroids further on in a trajectory. Might take about an hour for it to reach them, but there are definitely asteroids in the way that you could hide in.
Because if we blend with them, they're not going to definitely not see us. As long as they're not in collision course, we should be able to get close enough without them realizing we're close.
Yeah, I mean,
Weren't
said
they
what?
mentioning-
You said what? 1 hour out with the asteroids?
About an hour out with the asteroids, yeah.
Okay, and it just arrived in system, so that's gonna leave
Weren't
us.
they meant to be doing a transfer though?
Yeah,
And we probably want to get in and get out before that transfer, unless that transfer had the people we wanted.
yeah, that's gonna leave us about 4 hours to collect, to try to get the work done. We
Well,
don't know
no,
when they're
this
gonna
is-
do the transfer either. To be fair, they might do it as soon as possible. They might do it at like the middle of it. They might do it at the last second.
The thing is, with a 5 hour gap here, the transfer is going to be really complicated. aka they have a lot more prisoners coming on board than out, or there's some high value targets in the high value target to transfer, which they need a big time gap for.
Mhm.
Meaning, what comes in could be a lot worse than what we currently face
To be
now.
fair, if there's a very valuable target, you're gonna want a short time span, less chance of getting intercepted.
Not if this is the scout ship in the first place.
Fair enough. But yeah, I'm feeling the asteroids is probably the best. Other opinions?
The ship will probably keep away from asteroids. I don't think it wants to stay near asteroids intentionally.
It will avoid them, but it should be close enough for us to blend in with asteroids and not be detected
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, give us a better chance at least.
Yeah, we're also using the other kind of propulsion, so we're far less noticeable anyway.
Yeah.
So it's really only if they actually bother to look with their eyes they're going to see us.
We don't know how often they're going to scan, or like that. They could scan periodically at any point.
Yeah.
Let's just make a decision so we can continue.
Yeah. Asteroids is
I say asteroids.
like it's the best call.
Okay.
Well, it's either asteroids or no asteroids, and asteroids seems to give us an advantage, so I'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I guess you hop into your little. Are you gonna park the actual ship in the asteroids or just the escape pod?
Pod.
Okay, pod. So you
Pod.
get in the pod, you launch out. Do you guys want to just quickly configure your armor and equipment? So you know you're going up against
LSM.
LSN. So it's
Protectorates,
most
to be fair,
likely,
but yeah,
yeah. So they,
most likely going to be energy. So
yeah.
yeah.
The carbon.
Here, let me show you. Let me, if I actually go grab one of the, if I go grab a protectorate officer, show to players. So, although some protectorates have their own uniforms and armor designs, most use the same Mark 9 hyperweave suit with uber steel reinforcing, light and durable. However, lacks the level of protection of Defend Weave. Weapon loadout cannot be anticipated soldier to soldier, but generally they are equipped with light Mark 32 Galzion carbines and TK11 kinetic SMGs. I should have put that the Mark 32 Galzion carbines are more likely and the TK11s are less likely. So there can sometimes be some kinetic SMGs.
Are the Galzion carbines the same as ours, or are ours rifles?
Yours are rifles. Theirs are carbines. Yours are like proper assault rifles. Theirs are more compact and smaller.
Okay, so theirs are slightly less powerful.
Yeah.
Which do more attack?
Yours. Yours do more attack.
I mean, like, out of the
Especially mine.
kinetic SMGs and the carbine.
Oh, depends on the armor.
That's-
But yeah, the
I
Galzion
was-
will do. Go,
Yeah,
Jonas.
Galzion most likely. Yeah, I was going to say Galzion most likely because it's still Galzion.
Still Galzion.
Versus something kinetic. So yeah.
I think I'll keep my kinetic then.
Yeah, the bullets, kinetic weaponry is more like a cost saving than anything else.
And no, go energy.
Uber
Just
Steel's
Galzion.
kinetic stuff, so we want to be using energy against them.
Yeah, exactly. So
So you want kinetic guns and kinetic defense. Sorry, energy defense. What am I saying? You want energy
I'm going
guns and kinetic defense.
as if,
Energy guns and energy defense.
Thank you, Super Busy. So I'm having a small brain death over here, which is problematic.
We have a minor case of serious brain damage.
Minor case of serious brain damage. Yeah.
I will probably keep my defense plates.
Okay. All right, guys. So you're happy with your? I'll let you think.
I already chose kinetic defense, as if the Galzion does more attack, then there's more likely that the kinetic defense would be more effective if they do have kinetic weapons.
What?
I missed that.
Energy defense.
I
Energy
think
defense,
kinetic
please.
is directly worse in all ways.
Pretty much, yeah. So please go energy.
Or at least non-kinetic.
But if kinetic does less damage, then armor automatically would just be better against kinetic.
Yeah, but they're much more likely to have energy, so
Yeah,
it could
and
be a case of
armor-
your kinetic armor is doing nothing for you.
Yeah.
Whereas
And
with the
AC
energy, it's at least
AC
it's gonna most
doesn't-
likely do something.
Yeah, and AC doesn't stop damage at all. A higher AC doesn't stop
meant
damage
attack.
whatsoever. Okay, yeah. Even then, I'd said kinetics are less likely, so bring energy.
Okay. So you guys happy?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Audie?
I'm sorted.
Okay, great.
Marvelous. Just making sure.
Yeah, please. Super Busy. You all good?
Yep.
Alex.
Yes, I am fine.
Great. Okay. So you guys go. You hop in your pod, take the pod out, and you wait in the asteroids. And you wait for the ship to come close enough to just push yourself out and gently approach it. And it doesn't seem to.
Northern entrance.
Okay, you want to go in the northern entrance, right?
Yes.
Does this not require a navigations roll or anything?
No, because if you fail this, what are you going to do? Drift in space?
We still have an engine.
Yes, but what I'm saying is...
Just auto fail to me.
Okay, who's going to pilot it?
Me,
Okay, Super Busy. Give me a piloting roll.
plus
Intelligence. No, dexterity. Sorry, give me dexterity. Okay. 9. Perfect. Okay. That's good. So, you gently drift the escape, let's call it the boarding pod, because that's what it is right now. You gently drift it up to the ship and just slow down, and you come to this perfect perfect equilibrium where you are moving with the ship and you're just a few meters away from it, just with a bit of open space. You haven't hit it, you haven't banged into it, you haven't missed it. You're just perfectly sitting there at the airlock. So let me move you up close. Okay, so here you are, but you understand what's happening. Okay. So you guys can hop out. You all have your helmets on and everything. Can you move
but I can't see what's there.
Scroll all the way to the top.
I know, but like.
Oh yeah. Well,
I can't hop out the blank space.
Yeah, I know. So you guys can move. It's fine. You can hop around in space. It's all right.
You can't go into the ship.
Not in there, you silly cheeseball. Okay. All right.
Audie, I want you on the other side. Not door yet. Alex, I want you next to Abstruse. In the middle there.
How do you hack an airlock if you're outside the ship?
It has exterior panels.
It might not be an airlock, just dedicated airlock. It might be an actual connection point.
It is actually a dedicated connection point. It is actually a main connection point. They all would seem to be actual proper connection points, but I'll call them airlocks anyway.
Makes perfect sense for a prison ship.
Yeah. Okay, so Oddie, you all get into position. You're ready with your weapons and everything. Nothing's going to take you by surprise. Oddie, you pry open the panel, and you carefully jigger a few controls, get some zitzing with a few wires, and you hear. Well, you can't actually hear anything, but the internal area is depressurizing, and then the door opens. It opens.
It's a 2-man airlock.
It's a little 3x3-ish airlock. You can all move in.
Well, 2x2.
Yeah, it's a 2x3. You're right. Yeah. 2x3. So, oop.
Yeah. I want Abstruse and Alex in the front.
Oh, shame, Abstruse. You keep moving on to people. Okay, so cool. All right. And the airlock seals behind you. And you wait a little bit quietly. There aren't any alarms. You don't hear anything. Slowly.
My job.
My rifle ready.
Okay. You'll get your weapons ready. It's pressurizing, and you can slowly sound comes back to you. And you feel the reassuring pressure of oxygen of air around you, which is always a wonderful relief. And it's ready. The door can be opened. On your marks.
Say the word.
Do it.
Oddie goes forward. Boom! Smacks a control panel. The door slides open. Revealing a
Flip ton of LSN soldiers.
revealing a relatively immaculate little hallway. Not much else can be really said about it. It's definitely LSN in design, with its flanked colors and everything. There's a door off to the left and a door off to the right. Other than that, it's quiet.
No door straight
I'll
ahead.
go and scout the area on this side.
No.
No door straight ahead. It's an open corridor.
Alright. Audie. First up.
Go ahead, Oddie. Move to where you want. Okay. So, Oddie, give me a little stealth roll. Just a little stealth roll.
What does stuff come under again?
Dexterity.
Dex.
Dex.
Abstruse. No.
Let me polygon reveal, sorry. Okay.
I already had my stealth roll of 10 to get here, so.
I actually revealed a little too much, but that's okay. You'll be fine with it, Oddie. You see
I got
further
mirrors.
down. Got mirrors. So you see further down into the hallway, and it's still clear and quiet. There's of course the hum of machinery and electronics around you. There's not much else you can really tell, though.
Looks clear so far, sir.
By the way, Oddie, the door on your right. Okay, if we talk about the actual map, the door on your right is labeled Gunnery Bay A. The door on your left is labeled Containment Area A.
Containment area would be what?
You're not sure,
Prison
but probably prison. Yes, just says containment. There's not much else it says.
or prison inventory.
Yeah.
I forgot, were we told which cell they would be in?
No, you weren't. Outpoint didn't have much information he could give you.
Yeah, we're clearing left side first. So, yep. Group up on door. Alex, Abstruse, I want you two in the front. And again.
Good old tanky boys.
So yeah, lining up on this door. Yeah, there you go.
All right,
Abstruse,
Oddie.
I am taking one of those steady aims just for security.
Okay.
Abstruse, move down one, please.
So you're like ready to shoot. Oddie, you're gonna have to hack that door open for them. It's not opening manually.
Yep.
Give me a little
Useless, guys. Useless.
hack. Well, it's just not worth risking it, is it?
Yeah, Abstruse, one down.
One down. 9. Okay.
I mean, if there is something there, might as well make them think, oh, the door's just opening on its own. Common thing.
No.
Rather than, oh, there's a person there. Oh, there's 2 people there.
We wanna be ready for combat. Therefore, be there.
Yeah, but I can just jump in front as soon as he opens it if there's something there.
I want you to stand ready. Be there.
Stand there. You can move afterwards. But either way, I don't want you guys on top of each other. Okay. So the door. Thank you, Abstruse. Well done. So the door
Alex wasn't
slides.
moving.
Oh, I see. The door slides open, and you see down this very similar corridor, but there's an interesting thing at the very end, and you feel like deja vu, as if you've seen this before. There's a large rotary turret at the end, and it's sitting there.
I warned you.
It's. I like Alex's little crap. It's big, sitting there, and it looks very unhappy.
It might not be active.
A red laser tracks across the floor and is heading towards Alex. Alex, would you like to jump out of the way?
Yeah.
Okay, Alex dives out of the way as this laser beam goes across the floor, right past where he. That's fine. He can jump. Actually, Alex. No, it's fine. Get out of the way.
I'd help him.
Yeah. When you guys are together, you get like a little bonus to stuff you do because you can like grab each other out of the way. Anyway, so this red laser scans across the floor, right past where Alex was standing, and up across the doorway. Across the other door at the other side, and then back down again.
Well, that complicates things.
Oh, shit.
There might be a console close to the door.
Yeah, possible.
Let me reveal.
Can I track that laser and just see where if it's going all the way back down, like sweeping up and down the hallway?
What did we say the right door was again?
The right door was Weapons Bay.
Gunnery control.
Sorry, Gunnery Control A. Thank you. Gunnery.
We should
Gunnery
close
Bay.
this door and go in that.
Hmm.
Possibly disable that turret if it's
I doubt it's.
It's most likely for the
gunnery
external
control.
guns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell that's probably going to be for the external guns.
Gunnery is going to be externals.
There,
maybe if he gets a good enough hack score, he can do something.
hack through the entire ship. There is a little alcove in that area. Super Busy, you study the laser tracking, and yes, it's going up and down the hallway. And of course,
once it's gone back behind there, we can all move into here. Because as far as from what I heard you're saying, it's not going to be scanning in this section.
no.
We can safely stand here whilst.
Correct.
Yeah.
Either way, we might want to disable those weapons when our ship comes to retrieve us. So, should we go ahead and do that?
You can get back
Clear
out
that
in
up.
your escape pod. It's fine. You don't need to bring the main ship
Yeah.
in.
Alright.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay,
So
guys.
if we
Get the
want to
escape
move
pod
to
out.
here when it's moved down,
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah, if you want to get there,
Wait for the right time.
wait for the right time.
Yeah.
So you wait. The scanning.
Ellison is at the door that we next go to.
Yeah. So you.
She's knocked back to shoot us out on the turret kills.
So you wait
Trust
for
you
the
guys.
you wait for the laser to go down the hallway, and then you all quickly rush into the alcove, or whoever wants to rush into the alcove quickly.
Everyone, please.
Have fun with that.
Odie's like, nope. Let.
We need.
I will fall back once you guys have been secured in there. We don't want to get
I
trapped,
said-
do we?
I said, we need you in here. Get in here. We close the door.
Oh, I
Would my
don't want
would my character recognize this turret from what I can see of it?
You can definitely recognize that it's probably a rotary bullet-based machine gun turret. It doesn't look like it's magnetic, but it's very difficult to tell from this distance.
It's more a case of would I know
Yeah,
any
can I
weak
do a
points
perception roll?
if what we needed to do is we could shoot down this corridor and try and take out weak points.
Shooting might cause a bit
A
too
lot
much
of alarms.
I
sound.
failed.
I'm just meaning worst case scenario if we have to.
Yeah. Audie, close the door as well, please, and thank you.
My perceptions earlier
Yeah.
were good, but now that I'm in an actual mission, they're garbage.
They're terrible. It's okay. So unfortunately, you can't really tell. Oddie, you smack the control panel. The door closes behind you.
I am pretty sure this turret is a lot more beefy than the one at our ship, so shooting at weak points might be difficult.
You are about 30 meters away, but you could probably do pretty good damage to it. But it's
Can
beefy.
I do a gunnery Can I do a gunnery roll or something?
To see if you can assess the gun? Or what about it? What would
Right.
you be looking for?
Yeah, weak points.
You could, sure. But you're quite far away, and you kind of didn't get a very good perception check, so I think you're too far away for it.
Yeah, good point.
How
Collapse.
fast is the laser moving?
Kind of walking speed, like a kind of like a fast walk.
When it's up here, if Oddie, you want to, well, maybe Oddie and me and Alex, something like that. If we want to walk down this corridor, we can try and get to it and get behind it to have a look at it. Because if we can stay ahead of the laser, if it's only going at walking speed, we shouldn't have an issue.
That is true.
It is coming out of the. So okay, no, it's not okay. So it's sort of like, yeah. Okay, well, yes, sure. I'm not sure what
What
I'm
is
saying.
this spy movie?
No, it's fine. Go for it. So it's moving.
Laps, is there anything on top of these doors, or at least the door we can see across the hallway?
Um,
Any words or any?
it just says. Actually, yes, it says control room.
Well, I know where I'm going.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, that might well solve that problem.
The door looks.
We just might need someone to block me with a shield.
Yeah, maybe.
So that, and Dan are going to be able to hack it in time for when the lasers come to get me.
The laser is unfortunately a bit too fast for you to hack. You'd have to go like there and back, there and back, there and back.
I need a very long
And
wire.
I can't tell anything about its attack, so if that thing can
Actually,
pass through my shield, I'm screwed.
Yeah,
But it might not raise to your shield as a threat because it didn't see you.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna
might
say,
raise it
I
as
have
flank.
Yeah, I can get pretty flipping high stealth rolls, so yeah, it might not even see me as a threat.
could help. Could help.
But you'd have to pretty much
that's
duck behind me looking at consoles.
Do that.
Try. You know, fuck it. Try sticking one of the shields out.
Two.
One for now.
Just one.
Just-
Don't walk out with it.
The
Just
test.
stick it.
It's like push the shield out.
Stick the shield out alone.
Okay.
That might set off alarms, though, wouldn't it?
Might. That's why I'm testing.
And if it does,
Because I'd rather
Oh my god.
just set out the shield and have the shield get shot at, then all of us get shot. Then, like, you proper get shot at.
If they
You
all
know?
start coming from both sides, we're pretty screwed. So shouldn't we go out the
Then
door
we should
before
at
we
both
actually
sides.
tried this?
yeah, but if they're
I
at the
would
other
knock
end,
down
then
the
turret
door.
stop shooting.
Yeah,
Oh, you locked it down?
I probably could.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can. Or you can like hotwire it.
Probably
Since
do
it
that.
is a prison door, I can lock it down, but we might not be able to open it from this side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the control room, anyway.
Okay, guys, what do you want to do?
So stick that shield out.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Okay, but I'm
Do it.
warning you. If they start coming, someone better start locking.
Abstruse, give me a stealth roll. Give
Why
me a
stealth?
Let me
Just trust
He
me. Just
doesn't
trust me. Just trust me. Just to give me a
He doesn't
stealth
need
roll.
to go out with
Yeah, I'm
with
trying.
the shield.
No. I would just like a little stealth. Perfect. Great. You know, it doesn't matter. Forget I asked. Abstruse
I
pushes.
told you my stealth was high.
Abstruse just gently pushes this little thing and gently places it on the ground. He doesn't like smack it down onto the steel and do some like resounding drum effect on the floor. Bong! Exactly. So luckily he had a good stealth and he put it down very softly, carefully,
A good stealth.
and he let it just sit there. It's flipping amazing. But anyway, so the laser scans down and it scans back and it scans up and over the riot shield and carries on, happy. It actually pauses for a few seconds on the riot shield and then seems to decide that whatever it is isn't a threat, and then the little laser continues back over it and then back down the hallway.
Oh, let's
And
let
I
it
can't
go.
see if this thing has any cameras on it, so they may detect us. Screw it.
Let it go a couple more times.
Okay,
Does it slow down over the shield again?
Try moving the shield. Before it moves over it, try moving the shield and see if it registers.
Yeah.
You asking me for another stealth roll?
No, it's fine. You did 12. It's good. So you push it out a little bit further. Do you push it out further, or what do you do? What do you want him to do? Explain to me.
You can just rotate the shield.
Whatever they just said.
Okay.
Rotate the shield like 90 degrees. Should be fine.
So you rotate it, and again the laser comes over it. This time it goes past it a little quicker, and then comes back down. Sweeps over it and
Yes,
goes
where
back.
it shouldn't be a threat at all.
Well then. Alright.
That
Next
is,
test.
better
Next test,
stay
you
behind me
behind
like
us this
flip.
time. Yep. Next test. You
Oh, and
behind us
also,
this time.
I'm useful. Guess what? I'm actually useful this time.
Oh,
Yes,
shame.
You're useful in this situation, which is what you're made for.
This is
Yeah.
the first time I've been useful since the simulations.
Every dog has its day, but every day is not every day. Big inspiration from Lapsia. Okay.
Clearly.
Okay, go on. Do what you want to do.
Grab that shield. Get outside there.
Grab that shield. Get
That
out of
need
dodge.
another
And make
stealth
sure you're
roll?
behind the shield.
No stealth roll required. You just go for it.
Yeah, that was pretty. So I'm just still taking off from the last one.
Yeah. You move in behind the shield. Do you take out your other one and put it there as well? Not really.
I'll put the other one there as well. I mean,
Okay.
why
And you-
not?
And you slowly move out with the shield. And you move into the center of the corridor with the riot shield blocking you. The laser comes back over and it slows down over you for a few seconds, and then it carries on its way, and then it comes back down. It goes down the hallway.
Yeah, just put both of them there. I mean,
Yeah.
he needs some.
Alright.
I mean, he needs more space to actually do the stuff, you know.
Yep. Now,
He has to duck down behind me.
get up to that wall. Audie, right behind him. Let's get the party started.
Oddie runs up, tink, ducks down behind the riot shield. The little laser passes over you two, holding your breath, hoping the thing doesn't decide to just shoot you. It comes down again. It hovers for a few seconds, and then it continues back down its way. And Oddie gets up and he starts to toy with the thing. He pulls open the panel quietly, does some ducks down. Laser comes over. Laser goes back, gets up, get back right in there, starts clicking some things, do some da. Eventually he goes, I think I got it. And you think you have it, Oddie. Do you want to try opening it?
Amanda, we don't know what's actually on the other side of this door, do we?
Actually, I know it's on
Everyone,
That's
Get
why
away
I'm
from the door.
aiming. That is why I am aiming down the my sights directly at the door.
Everyone in front of the door, get away from the door.
Everyone in front of the door.
Lights aimed at door.
Yeah, we're aiming at the door.
Actually, everyone get behind me, but not in front of the door.
No.
They're fine where
Alex.
they are.
Yeah, we're fine where we are. Alex, you have a shield, right?
Perception check to see if they're in there.
Yes, I have a
Oh,
riot shield.
In front of me and Super, please.
Okay, I am putting up my riot shield and making
That
a
probably
steady
can't
aim.
hear anything, can it?
Okay. So busy. What you doing?
I'm aiming my weapon at the door.
Okay. Sorry. I mean, abstruse. What are you doing?
Seeing if there might be any people in there, but I don't think my perception is high enough to hear anything from that side.
It's
Doors are probably air sealed, so I doubt you'd hear anything.
yeah. You're not really gonna. You don't hear
Also
anything.
true, yeah.
Yeah, I need like a
Audie.
12 for that.
So, do you want to open the door now?
Yes.
Buddy, hit it.
Wait, why is everyone still in
I
front of the
tap it.
door?
Oh, okay. Beep. The door opens, and there's a table with food on it.
Oh, food. Hungry.
Interesting.
I forgot to bring snacks.
Oddie forgot to bring snacks. Bizarre.
Now can I hear anything?
You're listening, and I think you hear the faint sound of like music or something.
That's some good
guys.
stealth.
Oh my yoy!
Are some bards in
Oddie, you carefully walk in, and you see this guy.
Is he gonna steal food? Ollie, are you stealing food?
Oddie, what are you doing?
Bring snacks.
Oddie, what are you doing? Oddie goes up, he looks at the plate of food, he goes, oh yeah, looks good. And he just grabs and just eats. What are you doing? Oddie, describe it to me, explain, tell me.
I'm assuming there's a fort there. We're not savages here. Open my mask. Take a bite. Lovely. Put my mask back down. Time to get back to...
I love it. Yes, there's a knife and fork, Oddie. You're not a savage. Well done.
3+ health boost for
Oh,
one
there's a
mission.
knife as well. I'll take the knife.
Yeah, you take the like little butter knife that's sitting there. You mad man. There's a guy sitting at the console, and he's he's kind of leaned back, and his helmet's off, like sitting on the table next to him, and he's got like a little device sitting on the desk. And he's like leaned back, his eyes are closed. He's like, and there's
This would be the perfect time for my hammer.
There's
No, this is going to be brutal.
there's a control console.
Now is the time for a knife.
That's the time.
We need a scalpel, not a hammer.
Oh my word.
I mean, I can do concussion, so they'll never know he died.
I can stab him through the Adam's apple and you won't be able to say it.
Yo, my what am I listening to? There's a control console in front of him, and on it you see basically screens of these different cells. But you're still kind of behind him.
Perception?
I think you might want to deal with the guy first.
I want to deal with him. I don't want to look over his shoulder and he wakes up or opens his eyes. So, I don't know what I'm meant to roll, but...
What do you want to do, Oddie? What do you want to do to him?
brutal.
What do you want to do to him?
I'm going to take that knife out and literally stab it into his throat and then grab his mouth and pull him back so he can't try and press any buttons.
What the fuck? Okay, Oddie, alright.
Couldn't you just put him in a concussion or something, We don't want any thing too evident.
I'm immature. The less people who's awake or can wake up is better.
Yeah, they're LSN, and we're quite clearly rescuing, like, getting a prisoner out. They're gonna know.
True.
So you're gonna kill the
Maybe
guy,
they
or you're
just
gonna what you gonna
escaped
do?
or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna literally grab the knife, stab it into his throat, try and take it.
Let's just blame it on some
grab his
random
mouth
guy.
and pull him back.
He's
So
got
Yeah,
not
the
any chance.
escapist did it. Yeah, totally. The escapist did it. Not us.
It's a blunt butter knife. It's not gonna work. I'm sorry, Oddie.
Enough force will do anything.
Okay, fine. So
I mean,
jeez.
Oddie could just come sneaking back, and I hand him my saber.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
All that.
Yeah.
I have 14 stealth. I can do that.
Oddie goes back. He grabs
Even
the
slide it
saber.
across the floor.
He comes back. and you stealth. Give me a Oddie. Give me. So you already got a 14 with stealth. That's fine. Give me a combat primitive. Just give me a
This
combat.
is where it's going to
Uh,
suck.
Labs.
Yeah.
It's a new number. It's the saber. It
Oh
literally
right.
cannot miss.
It literally cannot miss.
So
Oddie-
you were saying, huh?
Oddie, you sneak up
Yeah.
behind him and just assassinate the poor guy, and he's just dead, just gone.
All clear, Commander. I've
someone
got
make
access to the computer.
Marvelous.
Holy shit! What the hell?
You get the
Can
turret off
someone
with
make sure that turret doesn't have cameras, and if it does, erase their feed from like right now?
Oh my life.
I think that's where it's ours now.
You look into the turret. You wouldn't seem to have direct access to it from here. You have a couple of other things. You have door controls, you have cameras, you have lights,
Cameras.
oddly enough. You also have power and oxygen control, but you don't have turret control for some bizarre reason.
Power.
Power to the
So
entire
it needs
to
power.
like the whole section. It's not very
From that door upwards.
yeah, pretty much.
So it needs power.
So-
No power in
Exactly.
Yeah, I was
section,
about
no
to say,
turret.
Exactly.
so including the turret.
Thank you. Yes, I'm aware. I'm saying this for
It's
you.
like-
Don't
yeah,
act
fair
like
enough.
it's surprising.
It just depends on whether the doors are magnetically locked or not. I would have to disable them first before taking
Shouldn't
that
we-
power to then disable power.
By the way, when you said
Uh,
cameras, is
check
there one of the
cameras
is there a camera on that turret? Perhaps.
No, it's the cameras are not holding themselves.
Yeah, there.
Also, reset the cameras. Make sure they don't have anything of us as well, and check them. So we might see where 95.
This is obvious.
Oddie turns off the cameras. Well, their
Nope.
recording
necessarily turn
stuff
on.
is. You know what I
I
mean?
loop.
Just look at them.
After seeing where stuff is, you turn off the cameras.
No, I loop them
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
because we don't know this at any point controls cameras.
Yeah, correct. So, okay. All right. So you check the cameras, you loop them, you open up all the doors, or do you open up all the doors?
Well, I'm assuming they're magnetically locked. At least disable them, but not actually have them automatically open.
Correct.
So they're unlocked, but they're not open.
Yeah, you disable the magnetic locks holding the doors closed.
And
Wouldn't
then
that
turn
cause
us out.
madness and
Not if they don't realise.
Yeah. What if we?
Oh, and also, if it does cause madness, they'll be too busy fighting off prisoners. So
Not necessarily. We don't know how many prisoners
just
are
put
on
an
the vessel.
announcement in 95's room that don't open the door.
Also, we
The
don't.
turret will probably deal with all the prisoners instantly.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, check the cameras. What have we got in each room?
So you look at the cameras. There's a big room, which would seem to be a larger holding cell. You can kind of partially see a guy. He looks like he's maybe in military fatigues of some sort. It looks oddly GCD, but you're not sure. There's another guy who looks like... He just looks like some sort of guy, really.
Drunk LSM.
Some drunk listen. There's some poor old officer been thrown in the brig. There's two other guys. One guy kind of looks like he might be a protectorate security officer, but he looks not like he's a friend. And he doesn't look like he's a friend of the... You know what I mean? He's locked in there. And he looks quite disheveled and unhappy about the situation. There's another guy who just looks like some sort of normal guy. You're not entirely sure what else you can make out from it. So, to be clear, this guy looks like the protectorate guy. This guy looks like some random guy. And then this looks like some sort of guy in a military fatigue. Which looks vaguely maybe GCD, but you're not sure. It's got like green on it. Which could just be
remember, lads,
camo.
I was never caught on camera.
Spa, you're on camera. Okay, what you want to do? Do you also want to kill the
I had
power
like
now?
I had like a
Oddie.
12 stealth roll and a 10 stealth roll since I got here. So
Oh my word. Oddie, do you want to kill the power or not?
Well, if that's what the commander wants.
Okay, well, I'll leave you guys to it. Go for it.
Yeah, do it.
I'll kill the power.
no, we see 95.
I hope you bought your night vision.
Goes
We
completely...
have night vision goggles.
Yeah, no, you have flashlights. Oddie has night vision
And
goggles.
beelines for the
Beelines for the turret. Of course he does.
I'm gonna check this room.
When did he get night vision goggles?
He doesn't. You all have flashlights. It's fine.
I'm new to it. I can have what I want.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Oddie just has it.
I nick it.
He nicked it from somewhere. He got it. You're not sure where.
Why am I
From
not
the
surprised
GCD.
that? But I have to say, why am I not surprised that both of you make a beeline for the turret? I approve, though.
I love it. You two run up to the turret. Oh, I love it. It's this big Gatling gun, and it's actually similar to yours, but it's got this large like sensor on the front of it. Bulletproof glass, quite resistant, built of uber carbon and uber steel. Very interesting thing to look at.
Can I try to analyze it?
Yes, you can. You can give me a tech roll. Okay, Jonas, you're gonna open that door.
Yep.
Okay, you open it, and it would seem to be a bathroom of a little. Okay, well, it's a big thing, but you can tell that it's probably a toilet of some description.
I was about to say, if there's a shower.
This
I'm
is like
trying to
the
tell you
worst
something.
roll I can get on gun roll.
That was really bad.
Oh yeah, it's really bad. All three of you.
Closing that, checking top side.
So that's sorry, I should have just revealed that. That's an empty hall. That's
They're
like a
just
little
inlets.
Yeah, they're just
Okay.
inlets.
For sneaking up, of course.
It's a bunch of inlets.
So, Audie, shall we go say hello?
Can
Actually,
do,
this was the Protectorate guy, right?
No, this is GCT.
That's the guy that looks like he's probably GCD. This is
Okay,
this
yeah,
this is
this
the
is
guy
the
that
guy I
looks like
wanna
he's
say
probably
hi.
Protectorate.
Yeah, this is the guy I want to say hi to then.
We
Okay.
can recruit crew here, but then again, if they're in an Allison prison, they may or may not be horrible.
May-
Keep
may-
your
Might wanna look
flashlight
at the
on their
log
eyes. They
or
can't see
something
us.
of why these guys were arrested.
Okay, so you've all got your flashlights out and your guns ready, and Jonas, you open the door.
I mean, flashlight
Keep
is
your
just
flashlight
strapped.
on him.
Yeah, flashlight is just strapped to the gun.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I get you.
Keep it in his eyes. He can't see us.
Yeah.
So there's this guy kind of sitting there, and he basically looks like he's probably asleep. He's leaning against the back, and he's just sitting there, kind of with his hands on his legs, kind of just there with like a slumped expression, and he's like just drooling ever so slightly.
Good day.
He jumps awake and kind of looks at you two, and goes, yeah. He's quite shocked.
You are.
You've tried this before. I'm not telling you.
Fuck's sake, really?
He
Are we
can't
gonna have
actually
to
see
go?
us, you know.
Are we gonna have to go through this? Could you at least give me a name?
He goes, I don't have a name. I don't have a name unless you have a name. He looks at you with these wild eyes.
David.
He goes, Paul. He kind of like staggers up and leans himself against the back. He doesn't look like he trusts you at all, but you know.
Where are you in here?
He goes, well, it seems some LSN guys, might have, they found us, maybe they found some GCD people trying to cut a deal, and they thought, hey, we want in on this, and so they're like, yes, you know how it is. He vaguely gestures to you, and he's incomplete sentences, and he's just standing there like a poor bastard.
I can't say I do know how it is. Sorry to say.
He looks at.
Have a good night.
Good night. He kind of
Close the door on the way out.
looks at you squiff-eyed. You close the door. He's just so confused. And he's like, "Hey, can you at least?" He comes to the door and you can hear him banging. And he's like, "Can you at least turn on the lights?"
No.
No. Oh my word. Okay.
I don't realise the door's not actually
Watch
locked.
me with my -1 go turn on the lights for him.
Oh my life.
Just don't go near the
Alright.
computer.
Okay. So, who did Alex? You did like a tech roll on the turret. It's dark and the turret's powered down, and you're kind of struggling to figure out and you just ran to it, and you're like, it just ends up looking like the ones on your ship, and you're struggling to find anything useful out of it. Super Busy, do you want to give me a tech roll?
He takes it apart and puts it back together again.
Yeah, he probably does, actually.
In the dark. No, that's a terrible roll.
It's actually, so 6 would be like,
Terrible
That's a
for
one
super busy.
yeah,
It's a 1 and a 2.
One above
so
my
yeah.
minimum.
whoa, it's literally a 1 and a 2. Super Busy, you are an odd creature, I'm just saying. Okay, so Super Busy, you look at these big rotary Gatling guns, and you're like, yeah, I could make use of this. Just make a note, Super Busy, that you've learned us a little bit something more about large rotary belt-fed machine guns. And you're also looking at like its sensor technology and other things.
I would, but I can't scroll down
Its
to
sensory technology is trash.
Half of my character sheet seems to have disappeared.
Why?
I can only go down to like half of armor, and it's just not letting me scroll further than that.
That's
There's arrows. You click the arrows open.
oh yeah.
Now even more of it's disappeared.
Do you
Then
click?
click it again.
You've been minimizing the tabs, Super Busy.
No, I minimized one of them, and then more of my thing disappeared, as in I physically couldn't scroll further down than skills.
Oh, close it and open it again, or just reload your page.
That's not my character sheet.
That might happen if it was your
There you
character
go.
sheet.
He wouldn't have access to anyone else's character sheet. He's saying he was clicking on the wrong person.
Can I check these boxes?
Okay.
I said keep away from the computer.
What did you say? Intro on laps?
Get some. You gain a bit of understanding of heavy belt-fed of Gatling guns. Heavy belt-fed Gatling guns. Okay.
So, pure beauty.
Pure beauty. Okay. Jonas, Oddie, you go up to the door, you pull it open.
Again, same as with the other guy. Flashlights clean to the eyes.
This guy's a little more alert, and he was already. The moment the lights went on to him, he was a little bit freaked out. He's like, "What are you here for? Who are you?" He's looking at you wild-eyed.
Well, I'll tell you if you tell me. Who are you?
I'm Swayze. He comes forward and like offers his hand to shake yours.
I just keep aiming at him.
he goes.
I push him back.
Oddie pushes him back against the wall again. He goes, "Not the talkative type, I see. Well, that's well, look, gentlemen, I have many resources I could give you. If you can get me out of here, I could share with you many great and wonderful things."
Such
This
as
kind of sounds like the desperate guy who just won't sell.
He's like,
I'm thinking this sounds a lot like the drug dealer who's using his own stash.
That's why he's probably in it.
He's like, "Oh man, wonderful things you couldn't even imagine, things your little mind wouldn't even be able to
We've
put
seen
a
this in
penny
the
on."
movies before.
He's standing here like an actor. He's got like his hands like out, and he's like doing a posture, and he's trying to just sell you. He's like, "I know the location of," and you just walk out.
Just like fuck it.
Yeah.
As the commander goes, I punch, just hit him in the stomach and
He falls back and he collapses onto the ground. He goes, "That's
also just funny though. I say that as an Vindicative DV or whatever it is.
I love it."
Hey, we gotta pretend we're LS anyway. You can't see us properly.
Hey, you're not wrong. It's really funny. So, you go up to that other door. So busy.
What about me looking into the crates?
Okay. Abstruse. You go up to the lockers, and first of all, you take the Oddie left the fork. You take the fork, take a little scoop of food. Ah, wonderful. Spaghetti bolognese, first class. Stick it back in. Go up to the lockers. You open them, and basically it's basically a bunch of like simple clothing. The other one.
Like how you guessed that I would eat the food.
Everyone's gonna touch that food. I know it. You open.
I was going to say it anyways, but I forgot or just didn't have enough space to.
You open the other one. So two of them are just kind of like prisoner fatigues, just kind of like simple base clothing.
Taking that.
It's a bit too much for you to just carry. How many? And you don't even know what's in the other lockers yet. So the other two lockers, one of them has a set of 4 slightly reinforced standard clothing. It's almost like a little bit slightly harder guard clothing. And 4 stun batons in it.
I know what I want.
Stung the stun batons.
You don't know. You grab one, you press the activate button, bzzzt, turn it off. Seems pretty strong.
I want one of those to analyze.
Cool.
We're taking some, don't worry.
Comment
Oddie
pretty.
wants
I know
one of those
everything
to
about
use.
this weapon.
Sorry?
I know everything about this weapon.
You know.
That would have been an int, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it should have been intelligence.
I know everything about this weapon and more.
You know how to wield it. You definitely know how to wield it. You take it and with a fine practice, you spin it around your fingers and like throw it up, catch it on like your pinky and like do amazing little tricks with it. This, you know how to use this thing. You know how to hit people with a stick. That's simple. You just hold it there and you turn
Yes,
zit
but
it on.
what are
And
its
zit off.
stats? That's why I wrote it.
I'll add it to you now. Just give me a second. If I
I'm
go,
just wondering what its stats are if it's good. Is it secondary or primary?
it's a secondary weapon. It's small enough to be relatively well holstered, and it's electric.
Okay. I mean, I don't have another secondary answer. Why not?
Yeah, you can hold on to it, like put it in your backpack.
Also, the clothing. I want some of that reinforced clothing.
It looks
Yeah, I'm
it
planning
looks
to take some of that as well.
it looks worse than your equipment. I'll say this much.
I'm not planning to wear it, I'm just planning to
I
take
know
it.
it
Okay.
does, but stealth.
Okay.
Stealth bonus, you know.
Fair enough. Add.
That's the idea.
Okay, I'll add stun baton, LSN, and reinforced guard outfit to your other equipment tab. I can actually just add the stun baton into your equipment, but we'll do that later. Okay, Jonas. Oh wait, Alex, super busy. Do you guys want to do anything?
It won't take parts.
I've made a tech roll that you haven't. It was just because you were sorting other things.
Oh, yeah. Okay, salvaging any small parts that can be useful for the turret. Okay, what sort of parts do you want?
Anything that I would potentially find useful that's actually small enough for me to carry. So I'm not going to go, right, I'm taking this entire gun.
Okay.
It's a case of, right, I might take the servo that's loading it or something.
Okay. I tell you what. You open up the frontal, like, reinforced glass plate, and you take out its sensor unit. If you'd like that. You can take out its sensor unit if you want, which is quite a complex piece of machinery.
I'm not going to complain.
Yeah. You, add a defense turret sensory unit to your equipment. Alex, do you want to do anything?
Are there any noticeable things here I can try to do a tech roll on? Or is it even possible to do the tech roll on the same thing twice?
Not twice, no.
No.
Yeah, because that kind of like a bit
By the way,
defeats the
Jonas,
purpose.
Yeah.
probably giving them this suit to you. Actually, probably to Jonas, he has the persuasion skills to actually say he's a guard.
Ah, interesting.
My potential plan is to put most of that stuff back in the airlock, so when we leave, we take it with us.
Might come in. Yeah. Why am I talking? Shut up, Luke. Shut up, Labs. Let the players talk.
Yes, I don't plan on using it now, but it'll be useful later, I'm sure. On Jonas with persuasion skills.
Let's get this door.
Okay. Alex, there's nothing else really for you to look at. Actually, Alex, to the south, yeah, thank you, Super Busy, there is what would look like basically just an oxygen scrubber. Probably some sort of oxygen ventilation machine. This side of the ship is probably on its own supply of oxygen. and you just
Are
turned
you
it
saying
off.
there's air converters in there?
Oh no! No! Damn it! No! No! Don't you even think about a tech roll. Don't you even think about a tech roll. Don't you even think about it.
Do it. That's an order.
Oh my life.
Great success.
Get wrecked, Game Master.
Super busy. Add to your inventory 1/4 of a how shall I say? High. What's the name? Rocket launcher. 1/4 of a rocket launcher schematic. You look at this thing and you go, and you listen and you look at the way the piping connects and you're like, you know what I want? I want a rocket launcher. Completely unrelated, but you suddenly start thinking that you'd like a rocket launcher and you start kind of like going,
He just remembers, the simulations were real, but they are kind of bothered with my memory a bit, so I think I remember that.
It's actually 1/5. 1/5 of a rocket launcher schematic, and I'll deal with that. I'll deal with the specifics of that later. But it's more like a launcher. It's not like a rocket launcher. It's like a launcher of some sort. Like maybe a grenade launcher, rocket launcher. But you could turn a grenade launcher to rocket launcher. Doesn't matter.
So what I'm hearing here is multi-nade launch is MNL?
Yes, you are. Okay. Alex.
Okay, it's as crazy as the MNL. That's.
Hey. Alex also looks at it and realizes that he'll probably have to build some sort of that he could probably build like an an oxygen cycler onto an exosuit, and then you could stay in space for even longer and do like some cool stuff. And he's like sitting there thinking, okay, you two.
So the meme has now become real.
The meme has now become real.
I love how he rolled a 14.
For all the flipping 14, just because he could, you know. He got a 6 and a 3. Anyway, so Oddie and Jonas go up to
His
this.
14's not as highest, but still.
17 is my
If he
highest.
rolled like a
17
17.
Just madness. Okay, so Oddie and Jonas go up to this door, and there's a guy already banging on this other side going, hey, what the hell is going on out there? And you open the door up.
Stand back.
Okay.
You won't see
Stand back
me.
against the wall.
Stand back. And you know, begrudgingly, he kind of like stands back. He's got his hands up and he's like, look, guys, I've done this before. We don't need to go through the whole rigmarole, you know.
Your name is?
It's Steven Jackson. It doesn't, the way he says it, it almost sounds like it's not his real name.
Why are you here?
What? I was about to ask that. Come on.
I'm sorry, go ahead. So he goes, sorry, I'm a little bit dry-throated. He goes, you know, it's not really, you know, I don't even know why I'm here, man. They just threw me in and they went like, you know, he kind of like stammers a bit. And basically he ends up saying that he doesn't know why he's been put in here. It's like, I don't know why I've been put in here, man. I'm completely innocent. These guys don't even know what they're doing. And he gives you this whole long story.
Isn't it basic law, like, to tell them why they're in at least?
No. No, well, this is what he's saying. Look.
I know, but that makes them suspicious.
Yeah.
You don't
Nothing as
say.
primitive as the
You
U.S.
don't-
could come up.
Don't say.
I think the elephant.
No. What do you mean? He's saying that he's saying that he has no clue why he's been thrown here. He can be easily lying.
I know,
What
that's
do
what
you-
I'm saying. He's probably lying.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
great.
what we're
And this is the civilian guy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Civilian.
he's the civilian guy. He's not the protectorate guy. You've already talked to the protectorate guy.
Jonas, do you have any Rebel Battalion phrases we can fight him?
I mean, I probably do,
By
but
the way, what's
out
in
of character, don't know any.
here?
What's in way abstruse?
The square.
Nothing. It's just like a little alcove with like some access panels and other things, wiring, whatever. Sorry, Jonas, Oddie, what did you want to say?
Do we have any phrases we can fight him?
Yeah,
What did you say? Access panels?
abstruse. Shh. Oddie, what?
RB phrases, anything we can say what it'd be hard to understand unless you're RB.
Yes, you can. You can give him the good old roses spring well in the summer.
Yeah, fair enough.
And do you want to try it, Jonas?
Yeah.
He looks at you and goes, And you can see that he really wants to try and say something that'll get him out of here, but he doesn't have a bloody clue. He goes, and mountains make wonderful places to live, right? He like holds his hands out. He closed the
I
door.
just give a sigh, walk out, looking at him, and just hit the button. Up, one left. It might be empty, but might be a guy hiding in the corners. Audie.
By the way, you said access panels in that alcove.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should look at that.
They're just like power and water access. It's nothing interesting. It's basic utility stuff if you need an engineer to get into the bowels and rejigger wires and other things. You understand? Nothing all too...
Destroy the ship from the inside out.
Cross one wire, whole thing explodes. Okay. Oddie, Jonas.
To be fair, not even the LSN are that dumb.
Not even the LSN. Okay, go for it. You want to open the door, obviously.
Yep.
Ka-chunk.
One step in, check the corners.
Well done, because there's a guy standing there, and the way he was standing there, he looks like he was poised to pounce at you. But the moment
I just looked straight at him, raised the rifle.
Raise the rifle. And he stands there and goes, "My goodness, I'm glad you're here. I knew my father would send help eventually." And he starts to walk towards you.
Your name is?
Dylan. He goes, "Dylan, don't you know who I am?" He's standing there.
I have never heard of you.
He's got really fancy clothes on. Like really upper class clothes. And he's standing there and he's looking like so hopeful, like a little puppy, but at the same time a little bit bratty. And he stands and he goes, "That's impossible. Well, what are you doing here? Please, can you help me?"
Ben, do you want to join a crew?
Oh my word. Jonas, Oddie?
I might be able to help you. What's your other do for work?
You see, and so he ends up basically mentioning the name, and he says, "My father is." What did he bloody well? What was he supposed to say? Give me a second. I've forgot, and it's somewhere. Give me a second.
That means it's important.
Well, not
It's
necessarily.
not random, it's important.
Potential contact.
I write down stuff even for stuff that doesn't all too much matter, but this might. You never know.
Yeah.
It's
So-
a potential contact.
So he says to you,
exactly. If it's a rich man, that's definitely a potential contact. But if his father's left him here, you know.
I mean, if we get to give a rich man back their son, I mean, might get something out of that, you know.
It might have been his
Or a
father
scam.
put him in this jail.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, okay. The father's name, I hadn't given him a last name, like an idiot. Okay. He says that his father is Johan Iranda. He's a member of the Porters Planet Guild, and he's very rich. He takes care of transport throughout this zone.
Is that a name I recognize at all?
Yes, partially. You know a little bit about the people of importance in this locale. Johan Iranda, it seems to ring a bell.
Possible transport between the system.
Yeah. Which means possible information.
I mean, we can get this guy back on our ship, give him to his father, you know.
Although...
Possible deal. But, is it worth it?
Well, if anything, you now know that his son, Dylan? What did I say? David Iranda.
Yeah, pretty sure you said Dylan.
Okay, well, for some reason I'm blanking.
He has
Dylan-
two names, David Dylan Randall.
David Dylan Aranda. You're right. So
Yeah.
so Dylan Aranda. Yeah, Dylan. Sorry, Dylan Aranda. Yeah, I literally have it written down. Why am I confused? Okay, Dylan Aranda. If anything, you now know that Johan Aranda's son is a prisoner of the LSN, and that might be interesting
Yeah.
blackmail material. Up to you.
Why are you in here?
He says, I got caught in a little joyride. I might have taken an LSN Protectorate Corvette out for a spin. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, he'd given it to me. I've never flown
He'd
such a
given
big
it
ship.
to you for how much money?
he kind of like shrugs his shoulders. That was as much as he wanted.
Yeah, I expected as much. Have fun.
you walk
Close the
out,
door.
slam the door.
I recommend everyone gets back to
You're
the
not going to
door.
help.
Alex?
No.
I guess.
Yes, Al. Yes,
There are a
Alex.
bunch of contacts we can make. I mean,
Alex, yes.
but if we're giving someone their son back,
Hold on,
mean,
Abstruse.
that's
I'll talk.
probably a big.
I'll let you talk in a second. Alex first.
Is there any chance to cut out one of these Gatling guns and somehow get it to the airlock?
With both of you working at it, you might be able to pull out one of them. Maybe, but they're pretty hefty. You'd both have to carry it. In fact, you'd probably need at least like 3 people to carry it.
I have an
Can you
extra
not just
multi-tool.
drag it on the ground?
Yeah, you can
We
drag
don't
it.
want to make noise.
But yeah. Well, yeah, you don't want to make noise. But
What are riot shields made out of? We could maybe lay it on it, and it will work like a dampening sled.
the riot shields are made out of uber steel, so they're fine.
Oh,
By the way, what's in the square room?
That's
That's the
like
toilet.
yeah, it's like a little bathroom.
Toilet.
If you need it, go ahead. But close the door.
Anyway, yes, no, you can absolutely disassemble it, put it on a riot shield, and use it as like a sleigh. Yeah, you can do that as a sled. You can do that. Yeah.
Super busy. Will you
Wait,
join me on
what?
that?
If we can use these as sleds, man,
Well, you put it
you know
down.
what I'm about to do.
You can pull it along the ground. Oh my life! Why did we even ask you for tech rolls? Why do we bother? So anyway, both of you go up to the thing. Using your multi tools, you zit it and you unloosen bolts and pull out things and you cut metal, and this big hefty thing comes off. Boom! And it's bloody heavy. It is exorbitantly heavy. And both of you two struggle to even lift it off the ground. You grab Abstruse's riot shield, and
I mean, Alex has a shield.
Wait.
oh right, sorry, no, never
What do
mind.
you
I'm
mean?
sorry, I forgot that Alex had a shield. Alex uses his riot shield, puts it on the ground. They both heave the thing on, and they push it down the corridor. Here, let's draw it for you. I don't know what it looks like. Let's make it red.
I thought you put something you
Let's make it like a little red box. There you go. There's your red box. Okay, hello?
Hello.
Alex, super busy?
Yes.
There's your Gatling gun. You can hoist it down, take it down the way. You heave it. Where do you want to push it to anyway right now? Or?
creating sounds as you go across. Wheels on that thing.
So the gun is on my riot shield now, right?
Yes.
So I can just be here and drag it with me.
Yeah. Where do you wanna take it all the way down to the end already?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to the airlock.
Okay. You heave it all the way to the end door, but Oddie will have to open up the end door.
Yeah, laps. I take the clothes and put the stun battalions in it, roll it all up, and carry it in one arm. My gun's
Actually,
no longer
you will
ready.
probably have to bring it to the other door, as our guy isn't on this side.
Sorry,
We can
Oddie.
still get it. We can still get it out, get it in the pod, and then move.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was just
Maybe we can bring the whole turret if we do it at this rate.
Even this thing is
Let's-
heavy, and you don't have much space on your escape pod.
Yeah.
One
we don't
more
have much
person-
space, Let's move.
One more person would be pushing it as it is, while a few more people would be pushing it as it is.
Yeah. So let's get the gun on, and then move along.
Oddie, what did you want to do?
Laps. I take the clothes, put the stun battalions in it, roll it up, put it underneath my arms, so my gun's no longer ready anyway, because I've got
Okay.
one arm, 3 steps.
All right. So
I reactivate the power,
okay.
lock these doors down again, so they can't just walk out.
Yeah,
The
you
gun's
lock
obviously
all the
disabled because
doors.
there's no sentry on it, no sensor on it in the first place, and they took one of the guns off it. So
Yeah.
that's fine. I then open the door so we can get out.
Be careful here, lads.
Be careful, gentlemen.
People. People might have shown up.
People might have worried. People might have
shown up.
People might have worried. So, when half the ship suddenly loses power, someone might get concerned. So, as you open the door,
They're not going to see me.
so what do you want to do?
We'll be tackling him. We'll be tackling him.
I most likely would have had my rifle ready for opening the
Yeah,
door.
so would I. My first words, however, are gonna be, "Ah, fuck."
I think they'll get that.
Steady aim and shoot then.
Uh,
No,
Um,
actually, just shooting twice.
yeah,
That's the wrong one. That's the one I wanted.
good lord, attack. Oh my life. Going loud instantly, not even going to try and tackle into the floor or anything.
That's what I was suggesting, tackling him.
Just immediate fire. Okay, well, you've already made your decision.
I mean, gun was up and ready.
I got a stealth roll of 13 for that.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a reason I told you that was gonna be a waste.
Okay, let me just get some water. Give me a moment.
Does he leave?
No, he doesn't. He's not gonna live through that. At least most likely. But it's combat time.
Got 2 people. That's already pretty bad.
Maybe he has
Yeah,
some weapon. we
if they
can
all
take.
hit, he's just taken 39 damage.
Force
The
down
only
on
per-
this way.
The only person in our group that would survive that is Abstruse.
Or
if
Alex
they-
would shield
if
up.
they all hit. Yeah. But that is a case of if they all hit, and I would be surprised if he was wearing any form of armor if he's on his ship. But, well, I say
Well,
heavy armor.
the
It
armor
looks like
card-
a technician for starters.
Actually, to be fair, even the lowest of those would have hit against one of us.
Which was me.
Even that 15 would have hit against one of us. So, yeah. To be perfectly fair.
I think in Mappo looks like a technician. If the power was out, he'd come to fix that. So that is even carrying.
We
Oh,
just
well.
completely murdered him.
We blew him to pieces.
You could have literally probably just what you're gonna whack him around the head.
Yeah, but he might have screamed.
Yeah, but you
True.
see, yeah, but
There's,
think
there's
we
machines going.
just fired
noise.
2 Gonzalian rifles and an SMG. How loud is that going to be?
Pretty damn loud.
Yeah, there's
Something
the
tells me we're going to
machines-
be entering combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
To be
if you
fair,
remember-
it's reactionary, so it was like, yeah.
if you actually remember when I first scouted this corridor, there was machine noises coming through it. A scream might have got away with it.
When we turned off power, did we turn off power for the whole ship?
No.
Maybe
just-
this section, but
just this
it's also
corridor.
registered.
Hey. We should probably go into
Power's
the
back
turret
on now,
room
anyway.
and disable the external turrets for when we leave.
That is a fair point. Yeah.
Yeah, I said that in the beginning,
no,
but
it's
I
likely
didn't know if
to do
anyone
it.
heard me.
No, we heard you. At that point, it wasn't necessary. At this
The,
point,
the
it
guy
is.
was literally here. We could have left instantly without any worry on an escape pod. Just drifted past them.
So are we going to do it, or...
Laps
Yeah,
is
we're
getting
gonna
water.
disable turrets.
I'm asking the team, though.
Yes, we're gonna go disable the turrets. And we're
Okay.
gonna move
That's
south.
logical.
Anyways,
You
this
get to the
guy's
other-
dead, right?
Most likely.
Why isn't there...
Laps is going to get
Because Labs is
water.
AFK.
Whew. Okay, hello.
Laps, you failed to kill the guy. He doesn't have an axe.
Yeah,
Laps went water.
I went getting water. What do you mean?
I
Okay.
know, but you still didn't kill the guy.
Yeah, well.
He probably didn't see all the attacks properly.
You had to wait. I just stubbed the entire right side of my right foot.
So,
Ouch.
like 2 toes.
Yeah, 2 toes, basically.
Or
Woo!
1, 2.5,
Attacking
technically.
Laps.
Yeah, so just apologize if I can't think straight.
You couldn't do that before.
Yeah,
You're
That's
not
why I
wrong.
don't
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah, that's why Alex doesn't walk. I love it. Oh, okay. So, so you all fire. So what gets shot at? Freaking 12, 11, 7, 9. Poor guy's dead.
39 damage.
39 damage. He gets. Oh, poor
It's probably
bastard.
just a technician unarmed.
It's probably just the technician. Bah, gone. Flies, smacks against the door. Was anyone firing Gelzine? Oh, modified Gelzine.
Oh, yeah.
Gelzine. Okay, two of them.
Rifles. One modified, one
They'll just
normal.
rip through the door as well.
A few bullets go through him and the door, and he just against the door, slumps down onto the ground, and
I'm assuming this probably sets some alarms off now.
yeah, I think you've pretty much said. I think you know, too
Allow
loud.
me,
What are
Boom,
you thinking,
boom,
mate?
boom, 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 boom. Pretty much.
allow me to quote: "Roll for initiative, suckers!"
Roll for initiative, gentlemen. Roll for initiative. Remember, click your token, then
Ooh,
click your token, then click other stuff.
I say oof, and then everyone else gets a worse initiative.
I always get
Actually, no, not
get
everyone.
3.
I feel I got one.
I always get 3.
One.
1. Okay. Let me just
Alex
prepare a
is
few
on
things.
yet.
Yeah, Alex is on.
I clicked mine and clicked initiative.
Strange. It doesn't appear to be showing.
Interesting.
And
Why
Super
did
Busy-
Super Busy get 33?
Yeah, 33. You can
What?
edit your own.
Super busy.
I see that shit, man.
Super busy. What are you doing?
Sneaky. Laps, you should be able to manually add Alex.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Tech rolls are not initiative rolls.
Where is... Okay, Alex, let me add you. If I can even remember how to do it. Just click him. Click here. How do I do the thing? Oh, that's wrong. That's the wrong button. Alex, I'll just add you. It's fine. Give me 12 seconds. Alexander Witt. Character sheet. Initiative. Fixed. Okay. What did Alex get?
8.
8. Okay, great. Wow, Alex with the high initiative here today.
I actually like to have low so that I can do things after everything has
Should I
happened.
re-roll my initiative or what?
No.
No.
Just choose who's going to go first between you and Super Busy.
Aye.
Super Busy?
And whoever don't want to go first, but to make it a lot easier.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. All right, I need to grab.
You need to roll some initiative for Sam Boys.
Oh, I definitely do. Okay. First of all, old Capitano needs a certain amount of initiative rolled for him. So give me 12 seconds.
Anything coming down the hall?
Maybe. Maybe.
A Star Stalker squad.
Freaking stop. that would be unfair. I'm just saying.
I'll
That
be
would
like,
be the-
see you at the airlock.
That would be.
That would be where I go. Okay, yeah, see you guys. Have fun. I'm out.
Just the Star Stalkers come running down the freaking airlock. Okay. So I think the Protector is gonna go, and then you guys get to go, since they got an 8. They literally got a max roll. Freaking Protectorate. Look at them. Okay.
So did Alex, to be fair.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, yeah. So did Alex. Then the office. I'll just let them all. Actually, no. That might be a bit rough.
Abstruse.
Fine.
It's not your turn.
Not your
Fuck
turn.
back.
We now gotta respect
right.
your notice. Yeah.
I forgot. I wanted to get in front. And with that stealth roll, I mean, come on, it was like a 14. Maybe it won't see me past the right.
I won't even see me past the right shield. Okay. Okay. You need to do that. You get this. How do you not? Okay. This needs to have this. Okay. You should have had this the whole damn time, but apparently I forgot about the poor old officers. Officers actually don't have weapons, which is a problem. So I need to just quickly give
Good.
them something. Yeah, I mean,
Just punches to death.
yeah.
Better get on that gun on the thing pretty fast.
Hey, now let me make
I
sure
think
these.
just put in the airlock for now.
Let me just make sure these stats are the same. Otherwise, you guys are going to be very unhappy about the situation.
What about us versus one Star Stalker?
You might win actually, maybe.
I doubt it.
Maybe.
I like that Jonas
That's
is
not
like,
very reassuring.
no, Starstalkers.
Because
They're
I know the power of Star Stalkers.
Starstalkers
Well,
are.
it depends which Star Stalkers we go against. The ones from the free roam mission me and Jonas and it looks like did.
Yes.
Star Stalkers were easy. After that, they all came hard.
Well, you guys were the Starstalker equivalent of free roam though. You guys were elites. That's why that worked. Otherwise, it doesn't.
Yeah, when we fought him in Forward Down or whatever it was.
But you never fought a Starstalker?
No.
Oh right,
free
yes.
roam.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't really want to kill your characters, so I didn't really let them fight. That was actually a really bad mission on my part, honestly. But anyway, I've gotten better since then. Okay, so you are going to actually be selected and properly roll your thing, officer. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Officer down.
Officer down. Yeah, they have a 3, as I would suspect. Officers are not that fast.
Still better than me.
I'm gonna let them be a 2, so you guys can just go first because you're the players. You get prerogative in certain circumstances.
Feels
Okay.
bad I'm not a player.
Okay, I think show my yoy. Okay, I think I'm ready. Okay. All right, gentlemen. So the Protectorate are gonna quickly make their moves. Go here. The hell was that? Move. From down the hallway, you hear the sound of a blast door opening. You gents, look it down. Okay, all right. Alexander Witt, make your move.
I want to continue dragging the gun to the.
Okay. So you get 6 movement per action. You're hauling a heavy thing, so I'm going to say you get 4 movement per action.
Oh, I thought the penalty was gone.
It is, but you're literally pulling.
Yeah.
Oh right, because you have a sleigh. Okay, tell you what, 1 movement penalty, so you can move 5, which is pretty much enough.
So, yeah.
Oh, wasn't the default 8?
No, it was 6 because you can move 12 in total.
Oh,
Default
okay,
was
I
6.
can. Okay, I can without problems move it completely. How far do I need to go?
You're gonna have to put it into the actual escape pod, which is like docked. If I like.
So we just leave it in the
Close
airlock
the
for now.
airlock behind you.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can just drop it in the airlock.
No,
Yeah,
I
back
don't.
this
I
way.
do have the range.
Okay.
Wait, no. I can move only 10, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if you're pulling that thing, yes. You can only move it 10. You can move 12.
I activated Rebel March, so.
Oh, okay, great. Well, then you're fine. You have like full movement.
Okay, it's inside the.
Punk. You open. You close the blast door, repressurize it, throw it in, and now you're just waiting. And you're throwing it in. Okay. So that's Alex. Akerson. What did you like to do? Orkashon. Oh my word. My apologies. Orkashon.
An O.
Orkashon. What do you want to do?
Move up.
Right.
Pretty much just keep Overwatch.
Right. Watching the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Madotsuki.
Yes, with that 14 stealth roll, you think they see me behind in a riot shield?
It was 13 stealth.
No, it was 13. I thought it was 14.
Luckily, people can notice riot shields, unfortunately. Giant scanning lasers, not so much. People, yes.
Alright, then I'll stand behind the corner.
Yes, Alex?
Everyone get behind me.
Alex?
I must say that that turret had quite poor programming if it kind of doesn't care that the environment has changed.
Well, it slowed down slightly, but it tried not to shoot metal plates because maybe a door moved. You never know. But yeah, it was a
Accuracy
bit
get
interesting.
Out of the way.
It was interesting. Probably wasn't on like
Always
high
knowing
alert
my
mode.
spot.
My spot. Okay. So Abstruse has moved up over to there.
Yes, I wanted to get where Ackerson's at, but
Well, he's already there. You're just gonna have to stay there, aren't you? Okay,
Or
so
you
you,
can-
you move up
From
behind
you
him.
tell him to move.
You can stand in front of me. I can't move until it's my turn.
I mean, I have plenty of actions left.
You can go stand in front of him if you want to.
Go stand in front of me.
Alright. But that'll reveal my position, sort of, so...
Well then, stay
So
there.
you're the tank. That's your job.
Mr. Tank Man.
Well, I can be stealthy and a tank, you know?
No, you by definition cannot.
Yeah, that doesn't really compliment. Okay,
I think it does.
fair enough. Okay, super busy. Biertria.
Do we have a clear target at the moment, or are we just preparing?
People are all in the spots I need to be.
You know that you need to get to the other side of the ship. That's probably, most likely, where the rest of the prisoners are being held.
So we have to deal with the soldier coming here first.
I'm
Or
going
is
to
it a
crouch
machine?
down with my rifle.
Sorry, Alex?
What is a stalker? Is it?
There is no
person?
Star
Is it
Stalker.
a
No,
machine?
No,
there's
that's
none.
just been joking.
That was a
That's
joke.
just been us
That was-
joking around.
Don't worry.
Star Stalkers are the super elite of the LSN.
Yeah.
The day we go against them is the day we have way overpowered stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna need some
Or
overpowered
die.
stuff. Or just die.
Unless it
Most
was
likely.
right.
I don't
then
think
we'd
I
have
ever
overpowered
chose
stuff.
to be a tank, by the way. I just chose to be,
Yeah, but you have the
multi.
most HP, so tank. Mr. Tank. Mr.
I
Tank
guess so.
Man. Send me a dream. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, Alex, what are you doing? You moving up? Sorry, not Alex. Super busy.
Yeah, I moved up and I'm now just crouching with my rifle.
Cool. Alex, what did you want to say?
Is it my turn now?
No, not yet.
Nope.
Okay, officers, they get to go do this and that. Say that. Okay. Yeah, right.
Love
Okay.
to see your screen right now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm having fun. Don't worry. What? What do you mean?
I'll probably just not watch the video there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't record my GM screen because that would break a lot of stuff. It would also just ruin the surprise, if I am to be honest.
True enough.
It would ruin everything.
It would ruin everything. Okay.
I'm recording anyway, so...
Okay, Cotter.
Too long there.
What did you like to do, Cotter? Sandman. Would anyone like jukebox music or not really?
Something
what?
actually.
So there's the jukebox where you can add music and do other things. But I used to do this.
Something fast-paced
Oh,
and
that,
action.
yes.
Let me see if I can find anything nice from like in Computech. In the meantime, Oddie,
If it's
do-
just like ambient, yeah, but if it's like too heavy, I couldn't focus.
Oh, I agree. I'm not making it
Also,
heavier.
no lyrics.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, I'm not insane here. I'm an old fundy, as they say. Where is? I want. What's it called? Ba-da-dump, ba-da-da-da-dun, ba-da-dump, ba-da-da-da-dun-dun. What's it called? Anyone know? Just play on. It's fine. Oddie.
Drop by.
The darkness covers it.
That's not what I want. Drop batons and stuff.
Wait.
Are you just gonna leave? Are you just gonna leave it here, Oddy?
Wait, when did he get a baton?
He grabbed one.
Grab one.
That's what I'm doing. I'm dropping clothes and baton, which I've obviously wrapped up from the lockers.
Yeah.
I grabbed what I could and just wrapped them up, then put them under one arm. I had no weapon out, so I couldn't
Yeah.
shoot.
Okay, so
So then I dropped them at the door because I'm not going to open the door.
Yeah, you can take the clothing I
You can
have
back,
too, but
but
I'll
what-
keep my baton.
yeah, you drop it over there, Oddy. Do you see the little white thing?
Yeah.
Cool. That's it.
Alrighty, or someone, you can drop my clothes there too.
Foregone. What's it called?
But I want to keep my baton.
Yeah, I get you. Ba-ba-bum, ba-da-da-da-dun, ba-da-dun, ba-da-da-da-dun-da. Why can I not find it? Oh, come on.
Don't
that's
give me
my
a
turn.
copyright strike, by the way.
It's Kevin McLeod. Sorry, it's Incompetech. It doesn't copyright. Copydeck never copyrights, because that's his entire point. Interloper? Is it Interloper? No, it's not Interloper.
Yeah, you'll need to give me the name too, then. So.
The name of what?
I mean, to put in the description of my video or something.
No, Incompetech doesn't actually. You just have to say from Incompetech, Kevin McLeod. Then it's fine. Domain kind. No. Truth of the Legend? No, that's even not it. Okay, alright, look, I can't find it. Oddy, if you can find it for me, the one that goes da-da-dunt, da-da-da-da-dunt, da-da-dunt, da-da-da-da-dunt, da. If you can go find it, I'd appreciate it, but I have to do stuff. Okay, Alex, it's your turn again, right? Yeah. Sorry, what?
Super busy, I just noticed your status.
was that another 12? Flippin' beautiful. Oh, I love it. Okay. So, Alex, you drop off the Gatling gun inside the thing.
Yes.
Yeah. You get out of it, and you close the airlock, and you let it pressurize. Actually, the airlock door was there. What am I doing? And then you wait for it to open. You march out. Okay, Alex. It's like pretty much both of your actions because the airlock had to cycle and do its stuff.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait, why did I manage to do it so quickly last time then?
Because the door was already open and you went in and just
Oh yeah.
sucked out the air. Not out into space, but into its internal tanks. And
Flaps. Move through the turn order.
oh, sorry. Was it? Wait, why am I confused? It wasn't Alex. It was Cotter. Oddy, why am I stupid? Oddy
I think he'd
goes.
already moved.
Yeah. Oh, then the Protectorate have to go. Okay.
Yeah.
So Alex, let's pretend that you went first, and then the Protectorate. This might come in handy later. Jonas, you see a guy in light blue Protectorate armor around the corner with a rifle and marches way up. Do you want to take a shot at him? You hit him right in the chest and he gets knocked off his kilter. He just and he falls backwards. Well, he like staggers backwards and like throws himself against the wall. Taken 13 damage. Okay. We got hostiles! If that wasn't obvious enough! It's like yelling it out. Get behind
Fuck,
cover!
what is
Run.
that?
Dive! Okay. Alright. That's those guys.
I like how we're OP.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. You guys are fighting Protectorate troopers.
Yeah, these are protectors.
What is
These
this,
guys are
like a
nothing.
5v20?
No,
Calm
it
down.
should be probably a 5v... 15, 16.
300.
Yeah, like 15, 16 maybe. Let's
Till they
see.
call reinforcements when we take too long to get everything off the
They're
ship.
probably already calling reinforcements. Anyway, so they do that, you do that. Okay. And you probably... I think you're going to stand over there. You're going to... You two...
Reinforcements are the scariest part of everything.
Aren't they always? You lock down there, you lock down here.
Unless you can defeat an entire army, like there's just... No, there's
thousands.
Reinforcements are just bad.
Okay, Jonas, you can move again.
Whose mic is that?
I think it's super busy.
Yeah, that's super busy.
Just boom, boom. I can hear his instruments anywhere.
Yep.
Okay. What you want to do? Awkward son.
Keep Overwatch.
Okay, keep Overwatch.
If I get another line of sight, I'm gonna pop another shot. But for now, just hold the Overwatch.
Yeah. Aimed shot or just to... Well, that's up to you, actually. Okay. Abstrus. What would you do?
I wanted to move upwards to perhaps here, but
It would be difficult.
I could do that, but I'm not sure if I could put up a riot shield by then.
I understand.
I mean, by there, if I can get really good in stealth, they may not.
Well, you can take it.
It's just a corner I could hit them in without them noticing.
I mean,
possibly.
you can move one action and throw down your riot shield. You can absolutely do that. So 6 meters and then throw down your riot shield.
I want to get like just far enough that I can maybe hit them without them seeing me if I get a good stealth.
They're gonna see you. You're down it's a corridor.
Yeah, there's no way they don't see you. They're not that blind.
Right here.
I think, was that too far? Yeah, it's 7.2. Yeah, they move back a little bit. Move back like there. That's about right.
Yes, but they'll be able to see me. I mean, they'll be just.
Yeah, but it's like 6 meters.
They're gonna see you anyway.
6 meters is your max movement. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have to be consistent.
Well, I thought I could move 12.
Maximum,
but
that's
then you can't
running.
drop a shield. Yeah.
I wasn't
Move
exactly
6,
talking
move
of
6.
dropping a shield yet, but
Oh, don't you want to drop a
Yeah.
shield?
Do it.
yeah, true. I should drop a shield.
Yeah.
One shield drop.
Luke, shut up. Ah, my word. Rejuvenation. Okay, yeah, you drop your shield. Okay, super busy. What you gonna do? You can, yeah, you can even try opening the door if you want. Up to you.
Would
Let me not give you ideas.
Would that be computers, or could I get away with a tech roll?
You can get away with a tech roll. Oh wait, it's you.
You already said it.
You can get away with a tech roll. Yeah.
You said it.
Yeah,
You said it.
You hotwire the panel and it'll work. You can open it at your command. Oh my word. Well, anyone.
I won't open it yet. I will just know we can.
Cool.
If there happen to be people in there, I don't want to add another thing.
I would not mind it opened right now, actually.
Okay, well, I'll open it then.
Because I have an Overwatch shot.
You can also lock it down if you want. That's so you can.
I will open it, and if there's anyone in there, then I'll immediately lock it down again.
Great. Just locking
After
it
I
down
shoot.
will mean that yeah after just shoots.
Open. Boom.
Okay. Do you want to open the door?
Yep.
Cool. Let me show you the world. Glorious shimmering Galzion cannons. What a
Something
glorious...
tells me that's not the lyrics.
It's the lyrics in my heart. Listen. Hashtag my lyrics. Hashtag definitely my lyrics.
Of course they're the lyrics. There's not a song to go with it.
Am I right? So...
It's totally original.
Totally original. Here we go. So let's reveal a section of the ship.
Aha! I see your face.
Well, yeah.
Stealth
What
roll.
are these?
You can't really tell from here, but they're probably going to be Galzion feeders of some sort, for the sake of the
Okay, I want
cannons.
those.
There are containers in there, and I like the sound of that.
Yeah, probably.
We need to bring these things with us.
I don't think we'll be able to.
I'm gonna. If I have time, I am seriously studying those things.
Okay, fine. I
By
knew
the
this
way,
would
can I
happen.
get back up over here? I don't want to be just constantly shot at by the time they get
He's
over
gonna
here.
get there. He's gonna
tech
get there.
You
Literally
keep
right
giving
here.
us tech.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You have 2 tech addicts. You keep giving us tech.
Yeah, you have 2 tech addicts who you keep feeding tech.
Yeah.
What do you expect, lads?
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
By the end of this game, he'll just have
You know,
30 rolls on everything.
they're just going to be able to turn a pizza box into a small Ferolda. You know, it's going to be impressive. Okay.
No, full size.
Why does that make me laugh so hard? I don't understand. As the door opens, this guy just skulks into the shadows. Get me out of here!
His end goal is to make a fully functional rocket launcher from any exchanger. So he's going to increase that.
Oh, I'm sure. There's guys in there. Ah, they're coming through here. Right. Ta-tunk. Okay.
My character does actually have some slightly more sensible goals, but
Yeah, he does actually. Okay, Koto, what do you want to do?
Charge.
You run up, throw yourself up against the locker. Pump.
I mean, to be fair, Audie, have fun in there.
Well, yeah, if the door closes, I have a lot more fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know your bonuses when you're doing those things.
When he's out of line of sight.
I lock down the door.
Close the door and lock it down.
Don't lock it down, but do close it.
He closes it. All right, Audie, you get your
I
you
don't
get.
see
Hey,
much
I
else
want to
to
come
worry.
in there.
You can after.
Oh, I love Alex from the back going, hey, I wanted to get to that tech. And Audie's like, no, I want my bonuses.
And
This
I'm
is
like,
the point where I
get to
just
the
let
lockers,
myself in
mate.
and lock the door.
Oh.
So it's only I get the tech.
To be fair, Super, like he could hack it open.
Yeah.
Fair here.
No, I'm
So-
meaning with Alex, because I've already
Oh.
hotwired it. You'd have to
Oh,
try
my
and
word.
undo my hot wiring.
So as we all remember, Audie gets a bonus to his attack to his attack accuracy when he's on his own, which basically means when he's out of sight of other people, or if someone else can't immediately get to him easily. You understand? So basically, if he's in the middle of a starship and you guys are all like kilometers away, he can kind of
Basically, if
hold
I'm
his
in the
own.
middle of the corridor down in the middle of the ship, if I'm in that corridor there, I can get my bonus.
Yeah, because you can't like immediately help him. He's out of help's way, in a sense. Okay, so all right, Audie, you move up to there. You gonna do anything else?
Do I see any more in this room, or is this
You don't
all I see?
You don't see anyone else. This is all you see.
Well, then I'd be watching this area, so no one tries to sneak up while I'm waiting.
Great. Okay, so you stand there. You keep watch. Alex.
Someone help.
Yes.
You have full movement now,
How's-
Alex. Yeah.
Are these people strong at all?
The Protectorate.
These coming here.
In what sense? As in, like, are these going to be? So,
Are they a threat to Absters?
potentially, yes. But they're just Protectorate soldiers. They're like, so imagine police, and then the next step up would be like kind of maybe like SWAT-ish. Yeah, SWAT. Imagine that Protectorate soldiers are basically SWAT. And then the next level up from that is like actual soldiers, and that's like Talanters and other people.
So I should probably go and help out.
Up to you. You can
You
move
should
up to him or
probably
go around the
help
other way.
out. I'm defenseless with both my riot shields down, so
Oh, he has both his riot shields down. Yeah, you can go up behind him and also get cover behind him, so you can. But I think Jonas is already going to go do that.
Pretty
Okay,
much.
then
I think
will.
I'll need help anyways. There are like multiple coming after me. I'll need more firepower.
Mhm.
If these shields
Uh,
break by the time you all get over here, I'm pretty screwed.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do 50. They're not gonna do 100 damage in that time.
How much movement did I have?
You now have full. You have full 6 meters per action.
Just as a quick question in real life terms.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're not going to get this done today.
No, we're gonna end in like an hour. Then we'll pick it up next time.
I still have Rebel March in effect, so
Yeah, yeah,
I
so you-
effectively have 16 in total, I think.
Yeah. +2 per action. So 16. Okay, alright, so busy. Give you a second.
Okay, so I used 12 to get here.
Okay. And you're taking cover behind his riot shields.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh yeah, did I pick up my shield from under the gun?
Yeah, you grabbed it out.
It's like full riot shield protection.
Stick down 3 riot shields. It'd be madness. Oh my word.
Let's do it. I mean, otherwise, if they break through even one of them, bad distribution. Sort of. But if we get 3, that's like, yeah, they're not getting through that, and we're not losing a shield.
No. Well, you might still lose. Well, you wouldn't lose a shield. They wouldn't put out that much DPS, but you understand what I mean. Like, you'd still probably take some shield damage.
Just in case, let's put out all 3 and,
Well, Alex has made his full movement, so he wouldn't be able to right now. Okay.
next turn.
Shall I just wait for Super Busy before I make the Protectorate move? Or shall I...
Up to you. He's
yeah.
not in an important position exactly.
Yeah, he can
to
be
fair.
brought back up to speed. This guy's like, we've got people here. He like walks out into the open and he tries to crack a few shots at the...
I do not have line of sight.
Sorry?
Unfortunately.
Do you not have
I
line?
do not have line of sight on him.
Ah, darn. Annoyance.
Like-
So he
Yeah,
walks up
definitely-
and he fires. Ba-bum. Okay.
Does that even
took
to our
14.
natural AC?
What's your ace?
That's-
So
that should be a tie.
Who's he
to-
firing at?
yeah, it's a tie. It's a tie, so no damage.
But yeah, no damage
That's-
because
Alex, what is your AC? 13, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it would have hit you. So
Mm,
Abstruse,
But who's he aiming at?
he's aiming at Alex, but your riot shields are in the way, of course, because you're blocking you're defending both of you. So the riot shields block the attack. Your riot shields one takes 5 and one takes 6. So divvy that damage
I
out.
thought I could only put out 1 at this time.
Oh right, no, sorry, yes, you only had 1 out. Yeah, it's okay. Your riot shield takes 11 damage. Just make a note of that. What's your writing? 39, 50, 50, 50. Okay. Alright, so he moves to there. The other guy goes, right. He's like, move back from here, Alright, covering you.
yeah, I don't have a great line of sight from here. Yeah.
Why are the officers move when it's not their turn?
Just because. Okay, fine. All right, I'll leave him there. You're right.
Boy the fuck back up.
You're actually right. No, sorry, I forgot. It's because I wanted the Protectorate guy to like escort the officer backwards, but you can't obviously do that. Thank you,
The
Oddy.
ones were in the shadows, but that one we clearly saw move. If we didn't see it move, I would have allowed it. We see it like move.
No, I'm glad that you did because I actually need to respect that. That's actually fine because the officers do technically have their own move. So that Protectorate guy.
I feel like there's another door here
Actually,
somewhere.
no, he's.
Now, if that was a Starstalker shot,
Starstalkers get like freaking Mark 80 Galzion Redeemers. So, yeah, nothing stands up to that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
how much damage would it do?
Oh, like in this game, huge amounts of in this like our game, like probably in the 50s. Depends what you're shooting at. Like
in the actual law, it's going through you.
it's going through everything. It. So, but they're expensive, very expensive guns to make, and they're unstable because they're so powerful. That's generally how I balance things. But anyway, so okay, so the one guy, Protectorate guy, goes over here. He's going to take a shot around the corner, and he's also going to try and shoot poor old Alex. Boom. Oh, I think I shot twice. Ignore the second one.
No, you shot once and punched once.
Oh, he punches the wall. He punches the wall for
He
4
Did you try to do a no scope?
Punches the wall,
Yeah,
punches
yeah.
the wall right through.
He shoots so badly, it just
8%.
goes right into the ceiling, and he goes like, "Damn it!" And he punches the wall. The wall takes 4 damage. That wall.
The ship explodes.
Hey, free
The
entry
ship
way.
explodes. Okay, so he's gonna punch that wall. These guys are gonna do this. You're in here. You're over here. Okay. All right. All right. Akkerson. Åkesson. Åkesson. Damn my English. My non-Swedish English. Okay. Move up. Gazan shot. Pew! Hits him right in the chest again. Well, not right in the chest, like in the shoulder, and he's like, ah, knocked off. He's like, takes a heavy blow. Like his armor shatters, and he's like bleeding quite badly. Yeah, it's actually a lot of damage. Okay, he
If it
should
hit
be up
me,
to-
it's like,
Should be up to.
just but a scratch.
I was gonna say 20, but no, that's 22.
It is 22. Yes. Okay, he takes damage.
So these bastards have more health than me. I don't like it.
Very slightly. Very slightly.
I mean, that's at least 3 more health than me.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I
Okay.
ain't dead yet.
I'm waiting
Yeah,
to
you
take
like that.
fatal damage just so I can say tis but a scratch.
Don't die, laps.
I know it's bad, but you don't have to die.
We kinda need you.
Mm-hmm.
My bad joke killed him. Great.
Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I need to just stop drinking water. I just need to stop drinking water. I need to stop walking around the house. I need to just stop doing anything other than sit here and talk.
Well, talk and upload. You need to upload.
Yeah, I need to upload. No, it's okay. I choked on my water. I was trying to talk while drink. I don't know what I was doing. I didn't close off lung access before I vented the air. Basically,
Yeah.
that's what I did, like an idiot.
So you have drowned yourself.
Correct.
What are you into, laps?
Okay. Alright, so Jonas moves up and shoots. Guy takes damage. Abstruse, what do you want to do?
Shoot and put down the other shoe.
Whew, okay, you can do that. Give me a shot. Give me a good old ATAK. Ooh, Solomon hand rifle, 7 damage. You get him in the head, and he falls back.
How does he actually make that shot about bending around the corner?
He'd like just kind of like he like you know where Alex is. Abstruse kind of like shuffles himself to the left and like shoots like around the corner and just hits the guy, and he falls backwards.
Fair enough.
Wow, he's weak. He like died from
I'm
16
back.
damage.
From 29 damage.
Died from 29 damage.
What were the other shots?
First a shot of 13, then a shot of 9, and then a shot of that 7.
Yes. Alright.
I'm back. What have I missed?
Hey, so busy.
Everything.
Me
Bit of
dying.
slow pushing.
Me dying a little bit. Protectorate moved up. They shot at Alex. They damaged the right shield wall. And and then everyone shot one particular guy and he died. Also, nothing much else, really. As I spent a good couple of minutes just dying of coughing. Alright, and it's actually about to be you, so it's perfect. Abstruse. Sorry, super busy, go for it.
Much to Oddie's annoyance, but my tech fascination is too great. I'm going to open the door.
Okay.
I wish I locked it from my side.
You just smack the button, walk in.
I want to know much about this as whatever role as my maximum gets.
I'm sorry. What is this? Okay. So you.
That is my
Turns
max.
out it's just
Like you
ammo.
said, don't even ask.
You know, super busy. You can't even see it right now, but I'm slapping my knee like some old guy about to give you a lecture. And you've been around the block. You've seen weapons and guns and things and tech. You go up to this thing and you look it dead in the eyes, and it's cold steel winces and terror. You look at it and you go, what do you do? And almost from beyond the ether, you hear whispers of its function. You slowly look at it and turn around and walk around it, and you look at it and go, I understand exactly what you are. You like put your hands behind yourself, you stare at it and you go, you're a Galzion chambering and loading system, designed for large heavy-duty Galzion cannons. You can work it at about 12 rounds a minute. You're pretty scary.
Large.
What's this?
Large? That's
Small.
not large.
Very
That's
small.
Cute.
They're very small. You can work at about 12 rounds a minute. You're a terrifying little thing. You look at this thing. It's a Galzion. Basically, it's a Galzion cycler. It takes Galzion canisters and like feeds it into the main system. It's also sort of regulating old canisters and doing other things. It's not very complex. It's relatively simple. Yeah.
With regards to actually in terms of what it does, not just how it functions, what is the point of having it? Because I know we don't have it on our ship.
Basically,
As far as I'm aware.
So Galzion can get very, very hot. And sometimes you want to store its canisters in places that, if they get hit, aren't necessarily going to spew Galzion everywhere and burn your entire ship. This fulfills that role, as well as just taking them and basically it kind of like de-chambers it and feeds the Galzion into the turrets. So it's like if you take your Galzion rifle, for example, your Galzion rifle has a decanter, a Galzion decanter, where it extracts Galzion from a Galzion canister, which is the ammo, which you smack into the gun, and then it extracts Galzion when it needs to fire it. And so that's basically what this thing does, but on a larger fashion, and in such a way that the Galzion is relatively safe, even if things shoot at it. Basically, just
Let's take the entire turret home with us.
Yeah.
With that tech roller, is there anything I can salvage from this that would be potentially useful and potentially catastrophic if they tried to fire their guns?
Yes, you can.
Double bonus.
Absolutely. There's nothing you can really scavenge from it. It isn't very useful tech. A lot of it's a big machine that's mostly housed underneath this area. This is like the top bit of it. Like, this is the tip of the iceberg of the machine. Because under...
What would happen if we stuck Illyrian in it?
Kind of the same thing, actually. It would actually be fine. Illyrian, Galzion.
I expected about as much.
Yeah, I wouldn't care all too much. It's basically what it is. It's a canister loader. There's a large reservoir of Galzion cannons underneath the spot. Not a large, but there's a couple of them. And basically, it picks them up, it orders them, and then it feeds them onto a little conveyor belt that feeds them into the turret. The turret actually does the decanting. Sorry, not this thing. This thing just basically loads them and basically acts as a little midway point. And it can rapidly load them as well from just randomly jumbled containers. Basically, it's a rapid firing solution for just organizing your bullets before you shoot them. The actual gun does the decanting. Sorry.
Yeah. And as I say, can I mess it up?
Yes, you can. You derail. Basically, you make it go a little too fast for its own good, and it ends up breaking itself internally, and the canisters start flying around doing crazy stuff.
And if they tried to fire it, so I'm assuming something horrible would go wrong.
Yeah. If they try to fire it, they're gonna like, some canisters are gonna go unhappy, and they might lose a turret. They probably have to fire it a few times first, but they might lose the turret. Okay, so that's your role. So basically, it's just a gun bullet manager. Not much else to say there.
Is there anything to salvage from it?
No, most of its internals are underneath. You can see through. There are access hatches that you can see through into, but there's nothing you can really get from it that's going to be of any value to you. I mean, you can strip out some wires if you want, I guess, if you're really desperate. Take some buttons.
If I could take a bunch of the copper wiring, because I actually need wiring to do some stuff.
Sure. Take about, I don't know. What's a reasonable amount of wiring, Alex? What do you think?
It depends on what kind of application this wiring has.
This is pretty simple, like computer wiring. It's not all too hefty.
Computer wiring?
Well,
okay,
and like motor wiring and things.
I'm assuming wiring across most things is fairly similar.
No, I mean, if it goes to a motor, you may have this giant fat wire.
Yeah.
But if it goes to a computer chip, it will be this 1 millimeter thick wire. So it really depends.
Yeah, let's say that it has a few motor wires and some computer wires. In the meantime, I'm going to move some officers around.
How much length of it?
Probably like a meter. That he can immediately just rip out.
Weight-wise, how much am I getting?
I don't know.
Because that's more what the prototype stuff works off.
Wait, you have to choose. Is it motor wires or is it computer wires?
Just take 0.2 kilograms of wires. You strip out whatever you can grab with your hands. It's like 0.2 kilograms of wires, which is quite a lot of wires in a certain sense. You just strip that out. You throw it in your backpack, and your backpack's like full of wires now. Okay, in the meantime, officers are...
backpacks?
Yeah, you've got backpacks. Well, you got like... That's where you keep...
What else are you going to tell us about?
Well, that's where you keep your secondary weapon, sort of. Kind of. You kind of have backpacks. Not really. You don't really have backpacks. You sort of like have like some space in your hyperweave suit that you can kind of shove stuff into. It's more so what it is. And you have like some pockets. This guy... Pulling back. You do that. You do this. You do this. Great. Okay, you're all fine. Wonderful. All right. Great. Okay. All right. Cotter, what you want to do?
What do I say?
I mean,
if
I was gonna say, firstly, he's gonna bitch about someone else coming in there. Secondly, he's gonna do something useful.
Hey, LMAO. What do you see?
Stay with the turret, perhaps?
Or do you see a firing control computer? It would seem to be it's target prediction, it's basic weapon. Well, not basic. It's relative. It's quite advanced gun control systems.
IFF?
Yeah, IFF, absolutely.
Would I be able to edit it if I got a good crit roll?
Give me a computer roll. Let's see how well you do. Maybe not in this turn, but after a few turns, you could definitely adjust the IFF. You could just break all the code. You can just break the system. That would be 1 turn worth of stuff.
They would start firing on all of the civilian ships in the area.
Yeah. Or you just disable it, is more so. Okay, 5. You look at this thing, but
I'm not going to get very well.
Yeah, you can't think of anything you can do with it. These LSN guys have encrypted this thing. Oh, encrypted. It's you can't really access anything useful. Let's put it that way.
At the moment.
At the moment. the 5. Is that what you're going to do, Audie? Well, that's all you can do.
Well, I moved and did that.
Exactly. So I'm like, what am I saying? Alex, what you want to do?
Down a shield, perhaps?
Huh?
Move up first and put
You
down
have a shield.
Up to you, Alex.
I mean, if we have 3 shields that's 30 AC, yeah, they're just not going through.
Well, it'll still be 10 AC. It depends who it's shooting at. The shields don't really stack. They still have to take damage. You have 2 shields. You effectively have 100 HP of shield then. But you still kind of have 10 AC because they're still only really shooting 1 shield. You know? Makes sense.
Aye.
Also, that'd be really overpowered if you just had like 30 AC shields. Anyway, the shield is just to block damage to you. It's not really to block. Yeah, you
Wait, what do you mean?
What I'm saying is that if the bullet would have hit you, the shield takes it.
Yes, but if they're hiding behind me.
Yes, shush. Look, we understand.
Oh, right.
Move on.
Right.
It's okay. Go on. So, Alex, what do you want to do?
Maybe we should try to advance. I'm not really sure.
I can go like 4 meters with both my shields out, according to what I did in simulations. But I'm not sure if he changed that.
No, yeah, you can move about 2 meters with both your shields out or something crazy. Something really limited.
I thought it was 4 meters last time I checked. I mean, like 4 meters with both turns.
Oh yeah, well, 4 meters with both turns, otherwise known as 2 meters per 1 action. Sorry, I should have made that clear.
Yeah.
It's 4 meters in total. So Alex, you can move forward and stick down a riot shield, or you can pull back, go around, or you can hold your position. Or you could move up and just take an overwatch.
Well, they seem to finish the room, and we are not really having progress right now. So,
Yeah.
if it's
I do
all
wanna-
right, yes.
Yeah, I do want to try to get pushing up. To be fair.
So if it's all right by you, Janice, I can move here and put up a right shield.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting up my right shield.
Dunk, and you put it up in front of you. Okay. All right, Protectorate. Oh, you poor critters. Okay, so you haven't really done much. So there's how many of you are there? Just to make sure I haven't put too many. Yeah, it's actually about right. Good. Okay. You are gonna try and shoot around the corner at Alex. Ooh. Okay, Alex, it hits your shield for 5 damage. Make a note of that somewhere. You can also just click your character token and store it in one of the other bubbles, like the blue one or the red one. You can store your shield HP.
I actually do have an angle on that if I want to.
Yeah, you can try and shoot him. While he's poking around the side to fire at Alex, you can try and fire at him.
Yeah, but I don't have I used my last action to fire, so I don't have a...
Okay. So he takes a shot at Alex, realizes he has a riot shield, he pulls back around the corner. He's got a bloody riot shield! What the hell? Who are these guys? You can hear them yelling around the corner, obviously in Aporian, and you're very familiar with Aporian, so you know what they're saying.
Say Laporian?
Aporian.
Sounded like Laporian.
Yeah, it's inspired. Go on, Jonathan.
Is this when we start shouting Rebel Battalion phrases at them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to be like, sup, bitches, come on.
I think it'd be more fun to shout LSM phrases.
This is true. This is very true.
For freedom forever! Shouts Rebel Battalion.
Nah, dude.
Shout both Rebel Battalion and LSN phrases. Really confusing.
Shout Zorzakian phrases. Make them really confused. What the hell?
I'm
Just like fucks.
supposed to know the ZZ language, right? According to my lore.
According to your Nazi lore, you might know a few ZZ phrases.
Yes, I should, as I was supposed to be technically a spy, but then it kind of went wrong.
I can't remember your entire bio, but you can yell some
Yes, I was
ZZ around the
supposed-
corner. It's fine. Go for it. So do you guys want to yell out some LSN, RB, ZZ stuff?
Well, I'm gonna do it on my turn.
You guys are like,
Okay.
what the flip?
Maybe some GCD as well.
Hey, GCD, yeah, let's do that.
The RB and ZZ team.
Profit and prosperity. It's probably like a GCD thing, I'm sure. I'm sure profit and prosperity or something Thomas and Lednack would definitely
These
say.
guys are clearly free roam.
I clearly think we're free roam.
Who knows what they think you are? Okay, so you gonna go there?
Okay, they're confused. That means they would not send force now after all.
How big is that terminal Odie's behind?
It's pretty big. What the thing is, it's like from floor to ceiling.
Okay.
It's pretty big.
Super, but Izzy might be in a little bit of trouble. Nah, not necessarily.
What are you doing, idiot? Close the
Things
door.
might be in the way.
The protectorate of being very indecisive. You can expose us like that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get a line on them. Oh my life. Where's our reinforcements? Open that. Yeah. Okay. What's happening out here?
Reinforcements from 5 other ships.
Holy crap! They look around the corner, see Alex with his riot shield and the dead guy, and they immediately pull back through the door. Like, no, back, close the door.
Nope, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that. We're out.
We're out. Okay.
I have 2.
Right, Jonas.
Gonna push up,
Great.
prep an Overwatch, and shout, Vidi Barindi!
There's like, confused screaming. There's confused silence. There's just confused silence. Confused screaming silence. What the hell?
Who we've been attacked by?
We're being attacked by. Okay. Abstruse, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I wanted to move up and put even more riot shields down.
Oh my life.
You need to scream ZZ phrases.
For the Zor! Zealots of the Zor!
We need more ZZ phrases.
Yeah.
Very indie.
Yeah, I'm
ZZ
sorry.
is another huge faction.
No one's really got good phrases. LSN
What
have
about the
very
free-
indie. Sorry, Odie?
What about the free roam? What's their phases?
Free roam?
Contracts everything.
Free roam having all the phrases.
Free roam, just basically every phrase the universe has ever had is now free roam because they just go like, yeah, absolutely, very indie.
So,
Wink,
what I'm
wink.
hearing
That's
here-
nudge.
Free roam.
what I'm hearing here, loves, is the free roam race is all your base are belong to us.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so Abstruse yells up, runs up, screaming Zorzakian profanities at the poor protectorate. And the protector is...
Wait. Actually, did I say all your base are belong to us? I
Yes.
should have said all your phrase are belong to us.
Oh, now that would have worked better. Yeah, you should have said that. It's too late now. Oh, my word. Okay, so Abstruse moves up, he puts his riot shields down. Super busy. What you gonna do?
Fuck it, let's just all shout different. Let's just all shout different fucking phrases.
GCD
Let's
for
just
me.
confuse the hell out of them.
I'm just going to start screaming random phrases that don't really relate to anything.
Speedway Stadium. Wolf. Just yell around. That's a.
No, I'll probably go with GCD stuff.
Yeah, that's okay.
GCC is going to be me as well because I was in the SGD office blocks.
Yeah, Oddie used to be in the GCD before he got out of there.
1 second, let me check my background. So I can't remember what I wrote. about
Me
5
neither.
minutes ago.
I forgot.
What about the Dorian and Stardust phases?
You wouldn't be able to say them.
No, we just have recordings.
I don't think you have
Just
recordings
start
of
screaming Morse code.
beep 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 bop 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 beep. It's just like, yeah, well done. Starglow done. Okay, super busy. So what did you want to do by that console? Anything?
Well,
Oh no, I was just moving over there. That was my
actually,
first turn of
Labs.
movement.
Yes, Jonas.
Labs. Starglow
We're
races.
just a bunch
So,
of memes invading an Ellison ship.
Yes, Jonas.
so what I'm hearing here is Starglow races. So resistance is futile.
Not quite. Not quite.
I mean, it is futile against Starglow. Let's be fair here.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
worse than maybe.
Starglow are rough. Starglow are rough. Okay, so Busy, what were you doing?
Oh, that
Is
was my
this
full
full
turn of movement.
move?
I was
Oh,
getting
right.
into-
Sorry.
I was
Yes.
getting into cover
Okay.
and standing by the food.
Okay.
Of course, you want
Officers.
some food.
Officers, your time to shine. You stay in there. Right. Fine.
By the way, did you ever fix my baton? Oh, wait, no, it's not there yet. I don't
No,
know the
sorry.
stats.
I'll give it to you. I can give it to you.
And
Just tell me if you're going to use it, because then I'll give it to you.
I will be screaming.
Well, it depends if what the stats are if I use it. So.
Yeah, well, it's like a stun baton. You can stun people with it. It's pretty accurate, and if you land a hit, you do some stun damage. The damage you do is stun damage. It can hurt them, but it's electrical.
Which means I might get a hit with my hammer after you.
Yeah, stun baton has a higher chance to hit though, because it can electrocute through metal and things. So, yeah, it can be more interesting. Stun baton also pretty good against robots. Unless they have like Faraday cage structure, but not all of them do because some of them are designed badly. Anyway,
What
officers.
kind of mech marine has that?
The good ones, like the LSN mech marines, like the properly LSN mech marines, have like full Faraday cage structure and they're rough.
And then I'm sitting here thinking about the best mech.
Scarberators.
Yes.
Yes, the
Mechie.
best mech.
2, 2, 3 best mech.
Mechie. Oh. Okay. All right. So Oddie moves up to the door. What you gonna do, Oddie?
Well, I've got 2 meters left of anything, so I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
going to open the door, am I?
No. All right, Alex.
Which phrases are you screaming?
GCD. It's what most ones I know.
I think you
I
meant.
see. They're being attacked by the GCD from the north.
I see. Yes. Alex, what do you want to do?
What do you want me to do?
Ooh.
Johnny's and the others.
Get up to that corner and shield.
And then scream.
Corner's mine,
your
mine,
choice of
mine.
phrase.
Okay, I'm going there with my shield.
Okay.
No, the corner is mine.
Why are you so set on the corner? Wow.
Why does everyone take my corners?
Because you don't own
Because
any of the corners, you cheeseball.
Because
It's my corner.
They are not.
Okay.
Alex, which choice of phrases are you going with?
Who? Me?
No, Alex.
Alex.
I thought you said GCD.
No, Alex. We're talking about Alex.
I know, he said GCD.
No, Alex didn't say anything.
Is anyone actually saying RB phrases?
No.
Ah, suspicious. Alex, are you there?
Yes.
Would you like
To be fair, he doesn't need to shout any phrases.
Alex,
Doesn't
yeah,
need to, but
he
it'd be
doesn't
funny.
need to. But he didn't say no, so anyway. Well, okay, fine.
It's more of a joke.
Okay, so Alex moves up with his riot shield, plonks it down. Okay. We're gonna get outflanked here. Pull over. Okay, take up fire. Okay,
They decide to cross. I have Overwatch.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna be that insane, luckily. You two need to figure your lives out. I don't know how you're gonna do that. Just telling 2 of my poor protector.
Yeah, because I remember for a fact there were 2 of them there.
You two need to figure your life out. Yeah. Okay, I'll help.
It's a good job we don't need to go that way.
Hey, LMAO, as they say in the classics. As they say in the classic memes. Also, Alex can vaguely see around this corner now, so let's give him some corner sight, as they say. And also down this corner. Yeah, we'll hold on to that. Who is this? Oh, it's Will. Okay.
Well,
He's welcome to listen in. That's fine. And he left. And he joined. Okay. Alright. Protectorate. And you're... Yeah, you're going to batten down the hatches here. Hold them off. Hold them off. Will...
Who is this?
Well, you're making a noise. I have to turn off my notification sounds now. My life.
if he joins again, just block him.
Yeah. Oh, my life.
Is
Who
he
is it?
server muted? I think he might be.
He might be server muted.
And he should be, to be fair.
No, I think he's
Yeah, I
muted
think
himself.
he's server muted.
Okay, well, him leaving and joining is no longer making a sound for me.
Mhm.
So...
But it's still annoying for everyone else.
Well, just... Will, are you okay? Will, are you okay? There you go. Okay, I'll...
Will's gone. I think his thing's
I
screwed.
think his internet is dead. Okay, Protectorate
Yeah.
have made their moves. Okay. Orkerson.
They have chosen to retreat.
They have chosen to retreat, perhaps wisely.
Mhm.
Hey, you have this RB. We don't care. Leave us alone.
Mm.
What to do? What to do? Okay, let me
We
just...
don't even know who we are, so...
Let me just go to the bathroom. Think about what you're going to do. Talk. I don't know. Up to you. Just give me a few seconds.
Debating on it.
Because in reality, we don't actually need to check cargo or the bridge.
So, who wants to
Yeah.
scream your under
Doesn't matter.
defenders phrases?
Because I'm thinking of pushing up to
They're
that
myth.
corner. Yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking of pushing up to this corner.
That makes sense.
To peek
know, it
around
might
that
be
corner.
You know, it might be an idea as well is to get super busy to take the shuttle around the other side of the ship when we get close.
Yeah. It's an option.
Saves us backtracking.
True.
I just have to watch out for the cannons.
Yeah.
That's why you go over the top and one
Gotta be
side's
on the alert now.
disabled. We can save. That's why I said when we get closer, because we can save the other side, then you can just fly over.
We haven't,
Make
we
it
haven't
to the-
disabled this
worse.
side yet.
Well, you'll be close enough to the ship that they won't be shooting.
Yes.
Suicidal.
As long as you stay close to the ship, they shouldn't fire, to be fair.
I'm not saying right now we need to get more around that side.
And also, I don't necessarily think they're AI controlled.
They have a IFF
I
and
think we
I
need
think
two
they are
tanks
a-
for this one. One to guard the right side, one to guard the bottom. Alex can guard the right, as it's obviously probably not as fortified.
I'm pretty sure the right-hand side is entirely clear. I think it's just the connection through...
Well, if it is, more guarding on the bottom.
Okay, I'm
It's
back.
probably cargo. So it's the left side we need to worry about.
Yeah. But yeah, as I said, I'm debating on pushing down there. But I'm not 100% on it.
I see.
Actually, to be fair, I can move up 6 meters.
You look around the corner before you make the full move.
Yeah, I'm gonna push up 6 meters. Look at what's around this corner.
Okay.
What's this way?
And
You
you
peek-
shut out.
You peek around the corner, and there are two... You can see a Protectorate guy standing behind a large ventilation system. And as you poke your head around, he cracks a shot at you.
Should have made a stealth roll.
You can't really stealth at this point. They were watching that point.
Fail.
Oh, nice fail. It shot, plinged off your armor, and you pull
That
yourself
was-
back.
Which one was the roll?
What's that?
It was the 12, correct?
There's two people there. They both shot.
Why did I roll twice? Sorry, I only meant to do that once. The
Okay,
top,
Okay.
the top one was meant
So
to
it's
be.
the 18.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's the
so
18.
that is a hit.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, sorry about that. Punk hits you right in your arm. Some of your armor gets a little bit shattered. There's a little Galzion
Okay.
flies
Motherfucker.
past, hits the wall.
Because you didn't do your full run.
Hey, luckily you didn't do your full run. You can pull back.
They might miss you, but you'd be stuck in the open.
I can pull back, or I can fire back.
Or you can fire back. Suppressor fire!
Yeah, pretty much the entirety of the rest of our team is going to go before he goes.
Yeah, actually. Oh! 32 Galzine rifle. Badoo! Just barely misses. Well, it hits him, but it misses, effectively. Hits him in one of his armor plates, and sends one of the plates flying, and he like throws himself down as like a hail of bullets go over his head. Hit ram it and hit the hit the wall.
in, you motherfuckers!
Oh word, shame. Minotsuki, what you gonna do?
I want to move upwards, but would moving up 2 shields take up both my turns or what?
You can undeploy them now. Okay, we'll take an action, but then you can move further.
Okay, how much further?
Normal. I mean, if you undeploy your shields, well, one of your shields with an action, you can move further.
How much further? How far could I move?
It's like
3 meters.
4 meters. Because each shield
4
deployed
meters
takes down 2 movement.
I thought it took down half.
Didn't I rejigger that so that it took down only 2 movement or something? So that each deployed
thought
shield took down like half. Oh, okay. Well, let it be half. 3 then. 3. That's fine. Oh, then another one degrades it to like
just 2.
2. Okay, look.
So
Just move up with both and just move 4. It's fine.
That's not far enough.
Okay, yeah, so you move up.
That's not going to work.
It's fine, you move up with both of your riot shields. Okay, super busy. We have 12 minutes left, gentlemen.
Give me more timing at
Don't
this
think
time.
about tech rolling.
No, feel free to take roll, because we have all the time, and we'll finish this
I'm
next
gonna
time.
throw the plate on the floor and see what's in this crate. I'll just sit it to the side because I want to eat it.
By the way, what's in those lockers? No one ever figured it out.
Yeah, we can look later, maybe. Otherwise, it's unnecessary.
Okay, so you open up the crate. Inside it is basically a bunch of tools for probably working on the Galzine autoloaders. Or whatever they are. Well, you know exactly what they are. They pick up the stored Galzine and put it on a belt to feed into the turrets.
Well, I will move across slightly and just sit ready with my rifle.
Okay, great. So you have like a little reserved shot there.
I wish I had a flashbang.
Officers. Yeah, that's fine.
I do have flashbangs.
Yeah, you all have flashbangs.
No, all.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry. 2 of you. What am I saying?
We have access to flashbangs.
You have access to flashbangs. Okay, Cotter.
Please do open this and shoot them in the face. Or the flank, either one.
If you open the door, we both get shots if there's any behind the door.
Yeah, I'm
If
not sure
there's
there's anything behind
a
the
third.
door.
Well, open it.
Open the door.
And let's finally reveal this segment of ship.
No one.
No one. None. You poke your head around, and the guy standing there immediately shoots at you. Because you just opened the door, and he was quite ready. Bah!
Which is a fail.
It's a fail.
He failed.
You do have, yeah, you have energy armor, so you're fine.
Yeah.
It hits you in like your chest. Why am I hitting myself to demonstrate when no one can see it or hear it? I'm insane.
I did hear it.
Oh, really? Good. Okay, great.
I think so, at least.
Yeah, I think you hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Great. So there is some utility to my madness. Anyway, so he shoots you.
There's always.
burns into one of your plates, and but luckily doesn't hurt you.
I'll take one of them
Okay.
and return fire.
Kablam. Miss. And miss.
I get 2 shots from each attack.
Oh no, wait, they have flipping Uber Steel, not Uber Carbon. What
Oh,
are
so
they?
my 13 kinetic, my 13 with 21 damage would have hit then.
I think so. Hyperweave suit with Uber Steel reinforcing. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Your hit would have hit. How much damage would you have done?
21.
My life. Okay. You critically wounded that other guy.
Against this cheeky fucker.
You critically wound him with like a shot to the chest. Shame. And then Oddie rounds the corner and shoots the other dude with. Oddie, how are you?
Damage.
How are you doing multiple attacks?
The SMG gets 2 attacks.
I know, but why are you doing 4? Why do you have 4 attacks?
I inject
Stimulants.
myself with the flask.
Oh, because you literally just opened the door and walked through. I understand.
That means I got another.
Yeah. I understand.
I
I understand.
So
I
I
understand.
literally moved like 1
Yeah,
meter.
I get you. -5.
If you really want to be
-8. -6. -6. This poor guy is
Wait, what?
wasted. Kablam.
The 10s and 9s hit?
Oh wait, what am I saying? No.
I'm like, wait, what?
Look.
I was assuming it was only going to be like 8 damage because there was only 113.
Look, I'm
Drunk.
I'm in pain. I'm tired.
And that's,
Okay.
I only moved 1.4 meters.
Exactly, so it's fine. It's fine.
And that means I still could technically have another action.
All right,
I only
Alex.
moved 1.4 meters.
What do you want to do, Alex?
Okay then. I will move over here with my riot shield,
Right?
and then just fire on the closest of those guys.
Okay.
Of course this occurred are up there.
Or-
I mean,
or-
to be
or-
fair, I shouldn't be too surprised.
All I say is this: if Super Busy wasn't there, mate, I would have got better chances to hit.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So one shot. Okay. 9 damage on the closest guy. Ka-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
If their ship layout is similar to ours, that's the bridge. If they have a similar ship layout to ours, that's the bridge.
Maybe. Shush, Luke.
Well,
Shush.
not maybe. if it is similar to ours, that is the bridge.
By the way, did you guys remember to lock the airlocks?
We have no reason to.
No reason. He even said they called for reinforcements.
I think the reinforcements will take some time. Anyway, it's a good worry. It's a good worry. Okay, Alex.
likely.
So you move up, you shoot
And
at
we're
him.
already we're blocking one of the escape, or one of the airlocks with our pod anyway. So, me.
Okay. Protectorate guys. Pull back down. Move 6 meters. Move 6 meters and actually throw yourself against the wall. And shoot in Oddie's general direction. Ba 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 ba. And Oddie's got a bit of cover from the wall. Technically, these two guys should have gotten cover from the vent they're standing behind, but
The one I
Well,
attacked
from-
wouldn't have.
yeah.
They should have gotten cover from my attack, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, actually, so that one
No.
guy wouldn't have taken the -21 if I had have given him the 1 AC he would probably have gotten from that vent. Yeah, sorry, Jonas.
It's fine.
You're gonna have to give that up. I think he'll have another chance. I'm sorry.
Actually,
I have to respect I have to
It was
respect cover.
literally max damage.
I know, it's tragedy. It's such tragedy.
Damn
but...
it, Laps. Why you do this to me?
Well, otherwise Oddie would not have gotten... Well, actually, none of them would hit Oddie anyway. You're fine, Oddie. So these two Galzian things just ricochet across the wall. Oddie pulls himself back behind the wall and the bullets just miss him completely. Okay.
Still shouting GCD
phrases.
And curse words. Curse words.
Well, yeah, just to divvy it up a bit, you know. Obviously. Okay, you guys are doing this. You guys are setting up this. You've fortified this area. You've done that.
We're just raiding a prison like it's a meme.
Love it.
Psychology. Was it?
Psychological
Are we
warfare.
going to taunt the enemies
Yeah,
when we
psychological
kill them
warfare.
too?
Okay.
Like, haha, you're dead, now you have to spectate me.
What a bizarre statement.
No, if anything, we taunt them in the most classic of fashions.
Teabag.
No, allow me to demonstrate. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Oh, classic reference. Oh.
Actually,
Good
I'm
dwarf.
firing Galcion, and they're standing in a line.
Yeah, I think you hit both of them. I think you hit
Oh,
both of them.
13 damage. to
Hey!
both. I think one might be dead.
One is definitely...
If all these damage count. Of all of all these damage counts.
Unfortunately. Okay, all of Oddie's damage did count, yeah. Well, not all of it. The one of it. Okay.
The stuff that hit did count.
Correct. Okay. I think he's actually going to take reduced damage because he's behind the guy. But he's still going to take damage. He's going to take a bit of reduced damage. Okay. That's still hefty. Okay. Merotsuki moves up. You still have your ride shields out?
Yeah, as you told me to move up 4 with my ride shields.
You can put them away and then regain your full movement. But putting them away will take like an action, in theory, unless you just
I
drop them.
wanted to put them away last time so I can move further up.
Well, that's fine. Then
But you said just move 4 with both of them.
Yeah. Well, okay. You put one away. That's fine. You already have one away,
Okay, so I get
and you
6
have one
movement
left.
this time?
Well, you get half movement this time because. Okay, well,
Okay.
you get 6 movement this time because you spend one action, put the last one away. They're both now away. You're there. It's fine. We're over and done with. Okay, look. I'll just stop talking in the future and let you figure it out. I'll shut up.
A good idea.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay.
I think that'll do.
Yeah, that's
So I
fine.
have 1 rat shield out still?
Okay. I'm gonna get lazy with the reveal tool right now. I'm just, it's just not worth it. Okay, so there's another access door. Okay.
Something tells me that this is an entrance to the
That you go. Abstruse?
I thought I just went.
Oh.
No, I'm saying that is your go. Yes, just making sure.
Yes, and I have 1 rat shield out.
Kill thief.
Oh yeah, did the doors down here say anything specific?
No, they're quite unlabeled.
Huh. Alright then.
Probably for they're supposed to be common sense, you know?
Possible.
Actually, you know what? Yeah. So, the door on the left says main sector or main segment, and the one on the right says well, it basically just says drive.
Mm.
Is this ship backwards?
I want
VMP
to get to the tech.
I mean, Audie, the VMPI doesn't necessarily have to be at the back of the ship. At least as far as I'm aware.
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
It just has to be in the pretty much center of mass.
has to, yeah, it kind of has to be on the center of mass, or you have two of them in symmetrical position. That's another
Yeah,
way, but that
so
way is a
it
little more
has to be-
dangerous.
it has to be in line
Yeah,
with your son.
which is why you don't normally see asymmetrical starships. As a funny fact.
And so, this is exactly in the middle. So
Hmm.
that's their drive. That's their VMPI. AKA, we might want to disable that as soon
Yeah.
as possible.
We might want to analyze it if it's a VMPI.
True.
Speaking of things, speaking of things, Viren, good old Stephen Growler, picks up the comms and says to you, guys, I know I'm not supposed to talk to you during a combat operation, but this ship is starting to warm up its engines. You better hurry the hell up.
Why am I not surprised? We just found the VMPI. We'll get it down.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've shot the other guy.
Oh, thank you.
I think
Cannot see
he's
a roll.
on
I-
the floor.
I didn't see the damage.
Yeah, there's no roll, so.
Oh yeah, there is no roll. What roll did you get, Super Busy?
Attack 16, damage 17.
You're my
I think
yoy.
he's on the floor.
I think he's out. You got both of these guys. Oh, okay. Well, one of them perfectly 25, the other guy 30. It's really funny.
Okay, 25 HP. Thank you, Lops.
I
I
mean,
don't know
you,
why you said that.
you could have masked. I had figured you'd masked it out already.
No, we had
So
done
the
like.
power isn't
29
completely off, eh? They can still move. This is not good.
We never
Yeah,
took
no.
the power off fully anyway. Bless you, Laps.
Thank you. You only took power off to the northern segment of the ship, which is only
And
one.
then I turned it
small
back on.
segment. Yeah, and you turned it back on.
I forgot you turned it back on.
To keep the prison doors locked.
Keeping it off wouldn't have mattered either.
Yeah.
It's more to keep the prisoners in their cells. The man that locks were turned off.
Yeah, I know.
They could have opened themselves. Didn't realise.
Yeah, well, they're dumb.
One's probably not used to manual labour.
Okay.
I'd say
Cotter.
more than.
Was it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yep. Get us down there. We need that drive
Are
open.
we out of time or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna end the game now. Not end, but we're gonna
Quickly,
pause.
can I go open that door then?
Yeah,
Quickly,
yeah.
open the door, see what's in
Get
there.
up to it. Give me a gold hack, if you would mind. Growlner says that he could just shoot in its general direction. General
What's with the damage roll?
Growlner. Ah, 4. You can't get it open. But you probably have enough
Sorry.
time. You probably have enough time before their VMPI is ready.
I'll have to e-roll it next turn.
Next week.
Oddie, you
Finally, a low roll.
Oddie, you pull open the panel and you look at it, and my word, you can't figure out what to do with it.
You
It's
roll so low, you
very
win the game.
complex.
Just for the fun. What kind of security?
Oh, it's you look at this, and with your knowledge of security, high level security, you can't crack this.
Not easily.
Not
Any
easily.
time.
You would need a good while. You'd need like a few turns.
So in effect, the LSN is very protective of its VMPI.
Yeah.
Which makes perfect sense.
That's
So
like
in
a
effect-
14 security roll.
It's too bad for Rolders are shit at defending them. You know what I mean. Same with the reactors, to be fair.
Oh my word.
And, this is out of
Looks
game.
like
I
I'm
just,
going to
I
hammer
just
in.
want to see what would happen
Yeah.
I mean,
if
not
I
like,
if I
you would
tried
pretty
to-
much already revealed. I can just hammer
Whoa,
through
one
this, right?
one person at a time. One person at a time. Super busy.
That rolls out of game, but would that open the door?
It would help, I would say.
You would have tried to open and then realized it was jammed.
Joy.
So the door's jammed.
You don't know that. Shush.
Out of game, of course.
Yeah, out of game. Out of game, that door's totally jammed.
Abstruse.
Find it.
Hammer time.
That's what I was saying.
Don't know that yet.
Oh,
We
my
don't know that yet.
Anyway. Okay, guys. Alright, well, thank you. So, yeah. Nothing else we have to figure out.
I had a piece of paper. Where did I put it?
Yeah.
So, bye.
The rolls for the decompounder. You said do them at the end.
What about the decompounder?
Rolls for it, so we can be working on it once we
Yeah,
get back to
that's gonna be we're gonna have to do that next week because I won't be able to do anything for it. I can give you like, I can start working out like the costs of it. And then I can do some other stuff, but we won't be able to do any like of that sort of stuff until next week. Well, next week because you can't make it next week.
We took too long. Oh no.
We took too long.
We're only in half the ship,
That's
but we took
always
4
the case.
hours.
3 hours actually. 3 hours and 20 minutes.
I thought we started at 4 hours ago.
Well, my clock says 3 hours and 20 minutes. We've been recording for 3 hours and 20 minutes. But we probably started 4 hours ago. You're not wrong. Anyway, that's exactly why we're stopping. So until next time, everybody. Cheerio.
With Vex.